good old Micro Mountain.
Which I thought was kind of stupid.
Yeah, Frankie was like time-trialing it, trying to get, he got a world record. And I was like, how do you get this? It's like, I would love to be able to, I don't want to make my own tracks. I just want to port good tracks from other games.
Back to the
Mario
64.
Kart. Like, so Ancient Lake from Diddy Kong,
Yep.
that's a good course in Mario Kart.
Mhm.
Like, it's just, and so I want to find those. Some people that make tracks, they don't do it. And then I had the idea, but like, what makes a good 4-player versus Mario Kart? And it's basically like Royal Raceway comes to mind. It's like, so how do you recreate a Royal Raceway that has, and what are the aspects of a course you're trying to make it a really high-level multiplayer?
Mm-hmm. You like play amped up. Some of those courses suck.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And they're not made with specific multiplayer. So when I'm thinking about that, the Halo 3 community, when you had Forge and you could build it, MLG was like, fucking maps suck. Like, we need to come up with battle arena maps that are actually competitive and fair.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where they made like these like, everything is equal.
God,
So it's
that's
like-
why I
so
think
it's like-
GoldenEye is such a better game than Perfect Dark, because those
Yeah.
freaking maps were perfect
Right.
for multiplayer.
But it's like, you think about it, Facility is actually a really bad map.
Well, it's good, yeah, because
It's meant for a
This-
campaign, and they just threw it in the multiplayer.
sure. Where
which is-
Bunker is perfect, Complex is perfect.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I
so-
actually think Facilities are good.
Yeah,
Shit.
so and it's like, and then eventually, one of these days, I might just have to fucking buy my own PC and do it. I want to make Calamari.
Oh, because I remember you talking about changing the textures.
Just change the freaking textures. So there was a concept of burial mounds in Halo 2, which was like the really dirt thing with like this big like stone thing, and like there was a capsule flagger bomb that would jump through the front. Somebody modded it, and they were just called burial mounds with grass. And we would run around talking like, man, it's so peaceful. I just frolic through the thing. It wasn't like this like ancient, like you feel like you're
Sure,
just
the mood was
mad. You're just
different.
pissed off playing the map. It's like same thing with Calamari Desert. It's like
I'd actually be more interested in that regard on DKJP Raceway.
Yeah.
Turn that into
Right.
a raceway.
just any like I basically want to turn everything into a raceway. Have pavement because like and this is why I hated Call of Duty, right? It's my Halo brain. Shoot, kill the red, kill the blue. Call of Duty, it's like, what fucking patches are doing? I have no idea.
Sure.
They're like, looks like real war. You don't know if they're on the team or not. I was like, well, in a first-person shooter game, I'm trying to just be like an arena map. But yeah, just changing the textures, like changing the billboards. And like, you know, like literally put
Go
Visit
Mario.
Stinson Falls
Oh, that would be
on,
sick.
on one of them. Because have you seen Jones's t-shirt?
Nuh-uh.
His wife's friend makes these sick shirts, and obviously it's just cricket. He gives them the concept. But they were all
Character port?
Did I take it?
Like, for like, because you were tied with my brother, so what?
Hello, hello.
Oh, I don't
I think we are back. We've had some technical difficulties, but we're going to try and get started here at 6:45, and we'll let you know as soon as we're set up.
So he ended up getting the coin flip, basically. Playing for the Tigers. I think he got fifth, sixth in that.
Okay, so he gets to pick the next sport after mine.
I don't think that's how it's
No, it's first, second, third, fourth. It's the highest seed in the
It's not just that, though, because he won his quarterfinal match.
yeah. That's all he can be asked to do is win his quarterfinal match. It's not fair to say that one person scored
Yeah, so why you get the first choice? So which seat would you like to sit? And then Jimbo essentially took over the Valor spot because he won that match. So you get the second.
Yeah, first.
Okay. And then goes 2 and 4 open.
Or 3 and 4.
Sorry, 3.
Anyway, Jones' shirt game.
Yeah, so he's got like the hologram of DK on Rainbow Road, Rainbow Road. 4 people like all side by side with banana peels, and it says "Feed DK." He's got the Visit Stinson Falls with Stinson Falls. He had the overview now of Frap Snow. It almost kind of looked like the yin and yang symbol, because that's kind of what it's listed based off of. And it was the Mario statue and the Yoshi statue, or like the points. So they think that it was built off of a yin and yang idea. And then the last one that he had was I forget the name of it, but it's basically the symbols for like letters of playing, like doing the little stuff. And so it wasn't quite the peace sign. The peace sign is a anagram of whatever letters they are. And so he made one that stood for MT. And so like that was the one that no one got it, but like we knew what it was representing, but we didn't get that was the last word. So it was like all these like puzzle charts that were really cool. And so he just has ideas and he gives them to his vice friends and things.
Now I want to link Jimbo.
Yeah, give a link to Jimbo. Yeah.
If you'd like to commentate, you're welcome to. Yeah, that would be great. I think we're set here as long as we can get the players up.
Got it all.
This is SSB glass, right? Like, the glass is straight.
Oh, yeah. Last one I score SSB.
Okay. Yeah, that's what it's glass.
Actually, take space for another chair here because Uno's going to help on comms.
This is pretty tight.
It is.
That's all right. I think it has a lot to do with that game. We're rooting for you and Jimbo as the underdogs. Is your Switch over here?
Do you, it's in your underdogs. Which ones are underdogs?
Oh, we got him betting.
Are we able to use it by chance for card 8?
Yes. Or technically, yes. But we gotta get this rolling here.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
we
we
can
can
get this set up.
figure it out.
But who's betting on us? What's going on?
That's what he said. Betting against the Carsters.
Against the cars.
He's rooting against them.
Well, since it did message me on Messenger, so good luck.
Glass.
Oh.
Or SSB. Super special.
Very nice. Very nice. My game's been like different. It was like super Danny. Danny's fine.
Okay.
Danny's gone, so we just do Danny. Where you're happy.
Oh, you missed this like that.
No, dude. I know it's semis.
What does it mean? We gotta be on brand. The headband is too much. I don't want my head to be squeezed.
Hey,
Dylan's is probably in the bathroom, I think. Dylan went to the bathroom.
Dylan was just here. Oh.
Yeah, that's what he said. He went to the bathroom.
Okay. I will get seated.
I'd like to get started here.
Here, I can do it for you, so you don't have to go.
All right, folks. We're a few minutes delayed here, or actually not. We're supposed to start at 6:45, and it's 6:45, but we'll get started in a minute or two here. I am here with Uno.
Hey guys, happy to be here for Wisco Meet semifinal A.
How are you feeling about your semifinal match? This one.
I'm playing with house money. My highlight of the meet was I beat Jimbo in GoldenEye 3-player versus. So at this point, like I've accomplished more than I could have even imagined. So it's gonna be fun though. Shake stuff up. It's definitely gonna be interesting in this round. All three, Wad, Denny, Jimbo, DK, Bonanza. Very experienced at versus. I think this is going to come down to strategy with the top two advancing, and who kind of like has that in their radar and that mindset the whole time. So top two advance, right? Oh, we can do top 3 advance. I still
No,
probably
no.
won't. I still probably won't advance if we do top 3 advance in
Well,
my
if we
round.
advance from here, there's only one spot left for
Yeah,
yours.
my semifinal is absolutely bonkers.
That's called to lie the best possible.
I love the font though. This is the official
Okay. Alright.
player select font.
Yes, he is. Okay, so I'm gonna be Yoshi. I'm gonna be in the upper left.
Jimbo is live streaming this to his wife at home.
Alright, I'll take
So
Love you.
Oh, SRC. Yeah. Monitor is SRC. That's
the
Oh,
player,
okay.
the players are ready.
Okay, we should be okay.
The commentators are ready. Is chat ready?
Are you all set to get started on the race?
race.
You want to
just a
do
little
one
bit,
warm-up
just a little-
race? Yeah.
Probably like a
okay.
lap. Just one lap.
The players have agreed to a warm-up lap.
You're not being Mario?
Looks
And
like
this was
we're
off when we came in, right? So the scores are reset.
Yeah, he's in my 64.
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
gonna do a trap snowland.
This is just
It's a
warm-up.
trap. It's not the real. It's a trap.
Yeah, the players are just warming up. They've gone maybe a little bit cold on their hands from just, having a little bit of a dinner break. We want to make sure all our players are at the top of their game. so-
Yeah, we celebrated Denny's
Oh,
birthday
the
at Red
players.
Robin.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Denny. It's not Denny. We got to change Denny.
Can I sneak?
Yeah.
Also, the lighting is different.
Turn the lights off.
The lights
You
are.
want your name to be different than Denny on the street, right? You just put Denny. Okay.
That's the way it is in Virginia.
Okay. I just didn't know what you prefer.
We've been changing it.
Okay. I just
Super
prefer all
Denny-O,
caps.
Super Denny.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just make sure mine's all caps. But there we go. Lights are off. This is Mario Kart After Dark. We're ready.
This is better. Yeah, this is way better.
You guys want the noise to stop? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I want the noise to stop.
Okay, can we
It's too much.
ask for no... Okay, cool.
Yeah, no battle bots. Or whatever it's called, the little ripcord game. I think LRXC won the ripcord battle. Last Wisco, whatever those things are called.
Okay, folks, just finishing some last-minute moments, final preparation so that the venue is set,
Let's do Mario Race.
and
Let's move this so you can type.
I don't care. Like my item already.
So wait, we're still not on DKJP.
no, DK Bonanza didn't really get a warm-up there.
Okay,
so
all right. So they're still in the warm-up. So yeah, we're still in warm-up mode. It's fine.
This is why we put a little bit of buffer into the schedule. It's okay. Things.
Hey, I will delay the inevitable in my round for as long as humanly possible, but we're here to have fun, and the players are just goofing off, making sure they're MTs, no carpal tunnel issues going on.
Yep. And for our chatters, are you rooting for anyone? What do you want to see out of this match? I think it's going to be a close one and a fun one, no matter what happens.
Yeah.
But if you got somebody you're cheering on, spam this blank to cheer on blank.
They got to make sure not a single person finishes, or else we have to power cycle, I believe. So they're doing a little bit more than one lap, but you can see the smile on DK Bonanza's face here. Sitting next to his brother.
Yeah. Once they get to the field, I'll tell them to cut it, I guess.
Yeah. Brothers cars. Yeah, I'm just hoping for just a nice hard-fought final. Hopefully, comes down to Flower Cup. I'm sure it will for, at least first and second or second and third placings. So, and we're going to do Wisco order. So we're going to do Special Cup Mushroom, Star and Special.
We got the
Brothers
bumps.
Carts, yeah.
Players ready? Okay.
The Carters.
Okay, we're gonna get started here.
The Carsters, the Carts.
All right, this is the official race. These ones count, and our players are excited, nervous. I'm having fun, and we're happy you're here to watch this.
Definitely. So we got triple reds for DK Bonanza. Whenever he's going to fire these off, it ends up hitting the little railing there. So Wah gets over.
And Denny off to a rough start to the match. A spin out, gets hit on it. Has
Yeah.
to try to avoid this bomb.
I'm
as
always
well.
hitting that bomb when I get placed back and forth, so it just like it really punishes you.
And also, while it's on my mind, if there's any issues with like the audio on the stream or other things, let us know. We're here, we're not watching the stream, so it can be hard for us to tell. But if you need tweaks, we will do what we can. But we see DK Bonanza with a shock right off the bat here for lap 2. When's this gonna come out?
He definitely targets Wah in first place. Wah just drives off smartly, as that's the fastest way to get back on instead of going back up. Jimbo takes out the bomb while he's waiting to get sized up anyway. So nothing too crazy there, just being a gentleman and taking the bomb out for everybody else.
Yeah. Wah, saved maybe half a second there by resizing before the rest of the players.
Yeah.
Not too significant, but always trying to eke out those little extra advantages when you can.
Yeah, Denny holds on to this blue because around that little spiral, this blue is actually going to come back behind him too, so I was a little nervous, and then he's going to shroom through, gets hit with this blue. I was like, I'm just waiting for that to happen, just because the way he fired it off, but that's all right. Jimbo into Stinson Falls. Shout out to Stinson.
We got a star here from Jimbo, gonna pick up another third place item. Red shell is not really what you want at the moment, but...
Jimbo into Stinson Falls.
Ooh, that looks like another shell coming in there.
Yeah, the blue's coming around. Curious to see what Wah gets.
I think the blue shells go directly straight over that jump, so they can even lose quite a bit of time.
Yeah, Wah clips in. This blue is coming around. DK Bonanza avoids it. He's going to allow him to take first over the hairpin in DK Jungle Parkway. He's going to come down to Stinson Falls. Denny falls off.
I think he might get reset before the jump. Oh no, he doesn't.
One
make it.
shroom versus triple shrooms. Can he use it on the correct part?
We have karst on karst.
Oh wow, but
here.
you know they're both good coming up the hill. So DK Bonanza, first place on his home course. You do get a 10% speed boost, so that helps him out there. DK Bonanza with 3, Wah with 2, Jimbo with 1, and Denny 0.
You're good.
And we're on to Yoshi Valley. This is one that Jimbo was saying is his least favorite course, but he's been practicing here at the meet, so he should be fine to do the hairpin here, as he's second to the bridge. Boo out for Wah.
Going far left. I know he's talked about this as a way to avoid some traffic, get some extra items as well. Gets a star, gets a bolt, and it's working out well as long as he can land this.
Oh yeah, the star speed is so tough because you're coming in. He falls off, but he's going to save his bolt.
Well, we have Wah and DK both with triple shrooms here. Wah going to get a little stuck because of the shock in the off-road area, but still might be fast enough because he got most of the way there.
Yeah. Blue comes out heading for Jimbo currently, but Wah's first into the maze. You see how quickly he can get through the little maze here and where the blue paths.
I'm not really sure how the blues determine how to navigate the mazes.
Oh, the blue kept going for Jimbo, yeah. So somehow Jimbo had taken, I didn't catch, I was focused on Wah's screen because he was in first at a point.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit silly, the gimmick of having the question marks instead of the places, but honestly, it is kind of difficult to keep track of all 4 players at once, and knowing who's in the lead for these blue shells is important.
It really is, yeah. It's much easier to look at the progression meter when you see a blue and you see who's in first. Not so easy on Yoshi Valley. As we see a bolt come out for Jimbo, this is going to be big. It's lap 3. He's able to catch up.
Yeah, there was a little surprise that... Oh, what happened to
DK missed. He was just small and trying to jump it over at small and didn't have the angle. He was too close on it, but...
Okay, so that blue shell going around the hairpin.
Yeah.
This could get dangerous on this bridge.
He fires the green, or fires the red, looking for something else. He's going to get hit with it.
Wah's going to get the star. This is an opportunity, except he's a boo, so he can't use it.
Yeah, Jimbo just takes the path into first place. He doesn't want to deal with going through the grass, so big win for Jimbo there. Wah in second. DK Bonanza third, Denny fourth.
I think we're going to have a 3-way tie here.
Yeah, it's going to update our scores to 4, 4, 4, and 0. Denny yet to be on the board, but we're ready to go to Banshee Boardwalk, another skill testing course. And then, not only is it skill testing course, but your nerves are, pretty out when you have competition this fierce in the semifinal with top 2 advancing to the finals.
Yeah, we'll have to see how Denny starts doing on these later tracks. In his matchup, who's doing pretty well against Cheech, so certainly a strong player here,
Yeah.
but a rough start can affect you mentally as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of bananas out, and he gets one, goes into the Kool-Aid. Unfortunate there for Denny, but he'll be able to regroup and fish for these fourth place items because he's not in jeopardy of like getting blanked on the items because he has enough spacing for them to respawn.
That is the ability to actually consistently hit item boxes.
It's huge.
Is such an underrated skill, I think, because if you can, if you're in fourth and you're getting everything, or just even in first, picking up all those extra bananas and shells to make things difficult.
Yeah. And some of the little item sets are just spaced awkwardly, and so you think you can just slide and you're just gonna hit a block, but you don't sometimes. And then you have the bomb on this one right before the chicane. The bomb just sits there in the middle exact one, so you gotta hope somebody takes it out with a star or something. Otherwise, it just sits there.
Well, we see with Jimbo falling off and Denny getting some items that they have moved up into third.
Yeah.
They were caught up with DK Bonanza. They
Ooh,
get
shock
the
out.
shell.
That's gonna get DK off. Yeah. While getting hit, he'll still be in first. Jimbo's in second now after that huge lightning bolt pull. A bomb from Wah. Still got enough of a lead here. He's just got to be clear over the little S turn coming up. Triple greens is not what Jimbo wants, but he's allowed to block two of the reds that are coming behind him. He's able to straighten out just before, but he gets blanked on those items, unfortunate. Denny's in second place now with a boo. Steals the star.
That's
Jimbo off into the Kool-Aid.
That's very bad for Jimbo. We got DK Bonanza
Yeah.
getting hit by Denny here. Denny is securing second. I think they're going to need something great here. No, Wah is just going to take
Yeah,
this.
excellent patience on the star there for Denny. He waited till DK was right next to him and just fired the star. There might be a chance for Jimbo. No, Jimbo's too far back to catch back
Yeah,
up.
if they had been able to get DK off again, they
Yeah.
would have had a shot, but otherwise.
Yeah, what a crazy Banshee boardwalk. But those are two huge points for Denny on the board as we're into Rainbow Road now. We have 4, 7, 5, 2 on to Rainbow Road.
All right. We've been talking throughout this tournament about how we're doing the different track order, doing Special Cup first to sort of break up Rainbow Road and Wario Stadium. Rainbow Road, longest track of the match, and we're seeing it a little bit earlier. Maybe the players are a little bit fresher, but also the match situation is a little bit less defined at this point. So those factors are things that they'll have to adjust to here.
Definitely. Have you heard any player feedback so far with switching the order?
I haven't heard any strong feedback, I think, either way so far. It's been, like, from my perspective, it was an interesting experience. I do kind of actually like the slower start of Special Cup when I tried it, but I don't know, it is interesting doing the more chaotic Mushroom Cup later. I'm not 100% sure which one I prefer at this point.
Yeah, I'm trying to be as objective as I can about it, as opposed to just, I'm an old head and I don't like change type stuff, but you have everybody feels that Mushroom Cup is really RNG dependent, so getting that out of the way early then allows you to really settle in and do stuff, versus playing it after you've already kind of played some, skill intensive stuff, and then you might have a hot round and then RNG tilts you a little bit. But either way, the second half is the exact same, so you're still playing all 16, so it really doesn't matter what order you do. I mean, I definitely love Flower as the finishing cup. I think that definitely cranks the nerves up and also has the best competition for a round. But yeah, we'll see what the player feedback is after the meet.
Yeah, I agree. I think Flower is a great place to end it on. Also, it's one of the faster cups as well. It's faster without being as RNG as Mushroom Cup, so
Yeah.
it feels like a good way to crank up the intensity when we have close matches, which we've had a lot of at this tournament.
For sure.
All right, lap 2 here. Blue shell hits wall, stays on. does grab a boo and is able to steal DK Bonanza, who has that golden mushroom here. So it's gonna let Wah move back into first place. We have another
And he
boo.
steals it back. That's the third player to use the golden shroom. Because it resets completely. It doesn't just use the last of it. If you steal, like, the trip shrooms where somebody's already used one, you only get 2, but a gold shroom, you get the full 10 seconds.
All right,
Blue's coming
well,
through, hits Jimbo. He's able to stay on.
Get a little bit of revenge here. Wah hitting Jimbo with that blue shell after having the golden shroom stolen. Was actually in fourth, but really only like a couple of seconds behind first. So.
Yeah, deep into lap 2, and all the progression sprites are still on top of each other, so it's still anybody's match.
Well, the blue shells keep knocking the leader down a little bit, so it's keeping it tight here.
They definitely do. Jimbo was fortunate enough to stay on the track there. He was on a turn on an MT when he got hit with that blue. You definitely want to stay on the track.
Let's see, 1,000, 2-1. Yeah, I think it's like a second and a half between first and fourth at this point. Oh, but DK Bonanza does hit that bomb that won't lie. They got him just slightly, but they have a star, so.
Yeah, you should use the star up the hill, because that's the fastest way to get up the hill to catch back up. But that's not going to allow him to cycle another fourth place item. So that's like kind of like the risk reward you take when you're holding on to items. You kind of want to have a fourth place item and cycle it into another fourth place item. But sometimes you have to use it and then you pass by another couple of people. But whatever you can do to, head up in the point standings is you got to take it when you can.
All right, Denny firing off these triple reds and going through a lot of traffic there, but doesn't really matter for him because he has the star. Tried to take out Jimbo, who I think had a blue shell there, and Denny has another blue shell, so something should be coming in at some point once these get fired off.
Yeah.
But
Blue into a star. He's going to hit Yoshi. Is Jimbo going to be able to cycle him? Oh, and DK Bonanza's off. Denny playing for keeps here.
yeah, in the second half of lap 3, that is kind of a devastating hit. It's going to be very difficult for DK to come back. But we still have a close race here in the top 3, especially between Jimbo and Denny for second and third.
Yeah, Jimbo fires off the red. I think Denny's going to be able to, even though he goes wide, he has the blocker. Triple reds now for Jimbo. He's going to be able to line one of these up. He shoots the first one a little too early.
Yeah, I think just a test to see if it can work, and then now that we're on more of a straightaway,
there comes the double. He's got a cycle. He gets the boo.
There's a boo that's going to
Huge
stop
boo
the
for
reds.
Denny. Yeah, so Wah in first. Denny takes second. Jimbo in third. So that's going to update our scores, 5-10, 5-4. So Wah's starting to pull away a little bit after the first cup. We're going to switch over to Luigi Raceway. Both DK Bonanza and Jimbo tied for second. Top 2 advance, but Denny's only 1 point off. So it's going to be interesting to see what the scores are after the RNG Cup.
Yeah. You also get these interesting dynamics in this top 2 advanced format of, at this point, players have to consider, do they have a realistic chance of catching up to Wah, or do they just want to focus on trying to beat the other 2 players left in the match?
Yeah, on this course particularly, I was saying that Wah was going to take the 48, but he looks at me, he's like, no, you're going to win Luigi Raceway because I can't win it. So we'll be able to see if he's able to fight through him thinking that he can't win on Luigi Raceway.
Okay, Denny has the lightning in the back here.
Yeah, he's holding on to it for a little bit.
It won't cycle here. Yeah, it just gets another 4th place, but only gets a red shell there. I don't know if he was actually in 4th when he pulled that.
I think he was in 3rd when he pulled the single red, yeah.
Yeah, but that's definitely disappointing. One of the less exciting.
Jimbo hits the bomb and Denny runs into the bananas. And now some bananas for Denny to fight back. Is he going to chuck him forward, or is he going to just litter him on the inside of this turn?
Ooh, I think Wah was trying to hold back there in order to get another 4th place.
Yeah, he's sandbagging it. You'll see that, he instantly triggers the item roulette as it goes to make sure you get that 4th place item. That's a pro maneuver there, right by Wah. Jimbo hitting a bomb in the middle on lap 3.
Okay, any speed items here will be hugely important. Denny moving up into first even with those triple shrimp, and moves in front of Wah. Actually, I thought he was almost bouncing on the items, but Wah gets out in front.
Yeah, Denny fires a red off them. So
and
now
this
we
is
got
going to be a great
just
opportunity
shrooms.
for Jimbo and DK Bonanza, and we both get shrooms while Juan and Denny took each
Yeah,
other
got
out.
nothing. Yeah, more shrooms for Wah. As
And
lightning bolt comes out
that's
for
gonna
Denny.
Stop the shrooms.
Is it gonna allow him to get to the tape? Oh, wow! What a finish.
Those two, Jimbo and Wah, almost hit each
Yeah.
other.
Oh, wow.
Even if I did another idea.
6-12, 8-4.
Yeah, it was worth it. It was worth it.
Yeah, I thought it was.
So yeah, DK picks up the win.
It could have been epic.
And it could have just been Denny with that second.
On to Mumu Farm. We'll see. Denny's checking out the stream, making sure his tie is straight. I'm watching the stream. But yeah, Mario Kart 64. I didn't bring my t-shirt, my suit t-shirt. I showed Denny at PA Meet. That way I could dress up for the stream.
I've actually been wearing a Celeste shirt today, which
Nice.
is a game I've been playing a lot
Yeah.
lately, but got a couple of part ones.
I'm
too.
just always cold, so I'm always wearing my hoodie. So like, it's probably pretty funny if anybody sees me in like a Mario Kart tournament. I'm literally wearing the same exact hoodie every single time. It's like my little Linus blanket to keep me calm during the rage-inducing Mario Kart rounds.
All right, Jimbo with a start
Yeah.
into a golden shroom on such a short track, getting his speed items.
Yeah,
is
but
how much he-
there's reds in front of him, so he's
There's
gonna.
also a bomb in front of him.
Yeah, yeah, he ran into that bomb. He misses the first item block. This gold shroom should run out by the time he gets to the next set of items, but he hits the banana. Able to spin through the moles though, so
Yeah. Ooh, that would be nice.
instant bolt pull. DK Bonanza in first place with the blue, so he definitely doesn't want to let that go. But players could run into him when they try to pass, and then now we see another bolt comes out for Denny. Another, and then for Wah. So many bolts.
Jimbo used that blue, I think, to try and protect against the
Yep.
blue shell, but
Yeah, he gets hit by the
after
blue
so
right
many
there.
bullets and just waiting on the blue shell, it's,
Yeah.
probably wishes he still had that.
Yeah, knowing you're small and you're going slower, do you try to just cut the moles around the last one when you're small?
Man, I do not understand Mumu Farm. I am not the person to
Yeah.
ask for this.
Jimbo does spin out strats, but he goes too wide. Denny gets hit right at the end on the other side of the bridge. He's able to triple tap A. Wah takes first, Denny second, Jimbo third, and DK Bonanza fourth. That's going to tighten the scores up a bit. So we have 7-15, 8-6. So just 2 points between second and fourth place as Wah starts to pull away a little bit.
All right, so Denny had a little bit of a rough start, but we see
Yeah.
Waz just kind of being a point sponge here, and
Exactly.
the other ones are getting split pretty evenly. So,
Yeah.
any of the three of them really could advance here. I think Wah
Yeah.
is in a strong position. Things can go wrong
Yeah.
quickly in Mario Kart, but
Yep.
definitely a position anybody would be happy to take.
Yeah, and this being the 7th track in this new order with the KTB ramp tunnel, like it gives you the ability to like actually target somebody when you're playing for these top 2 spots at this point in the round.
Yeah.
Now, it's not really different than the 5th track being DKJP and targeting people up that ramp, but just a little bit different of more information to the players of who is starting to rise to the top.
Yeah, so it is kind of a nice symmetry there in that you're kind of trading one jump for another.
Yep. Oh, Waz in with the star.
Denny's
Jimbo misses the jump.
What?
He's gonna AV spin around. Denny's way in the water, but he's first place by a mile.
Denny had a blue shell and a golden shroom and realized they could never use the golden shroom until they fired the blue shell. So just hit themselves with it. That was incredible.
He's like, might as well get there. But we have a Wario with a star coming down, barreling down, back-to-back second place star. Denny didn't jump after the ramp. Here comes the lightning bolt out, gives Wah the shock dodge for first. Oh, DK Bonanza misses the jump. What's
I think that
Jimbo
shock
gonna do?
dodge
Is Jimbo
the
gonna?
right play because you're not going to catch Wah
He
no matter
sizes
what.
up. Oh, hits the side. He's got to go for it. Jimbo throws the controller instead of going for the backup. Try to teach him Uno Tanko. He doesn't look happy. DK Bonanza finishes 2.
Alright, Jimbo. Hold on.
So Jimbo will shake this off. We'll get into Calamari Desert with 7-18, 10-7. Still anybody's game for, even the round. But Wah is starting to put this away early. On to Lagamari Desert.
You know, DK Bonanza picking up a little bit of a lead over Denny and Jimbo. Still
Yeah.
pretty close, but 3
Yeah.
points back.
Yeah, he slows down to pick up a third place item, which is triple greens. Nothing really crazy, but he's gonna shoot him off at his brother.
That's a nice snipe there with the greens, for sure. Denny going...
Oh no, Waz trying to use the shortcuts, not allowed. He's going backwards. This is a huge risk by Wah to go backwards. He gets triple.
He's going to spin out onto the tracks to get knowing
Yeah.
he does get around, but he is quite far back here.
Wow. I mean, he is cutting the jump, so the sprite is jumping up a little bit on the progression here,
Oh,
but
Denny used that star at the perfect time to
Yeah.
cut out a red that was coming from him from
Yeah.
the front.
he elects for items, grabs an item, throws it deep in the middle, gets in front of the train.
Ooh, nice
So-
back snipe from there from Jimbo.
Be interesting to see if we can even see this decoy in the middle of the sand on lap 3.
I just saw it on Waz Quadrant.
wave goodbye to it.
You know, sometimes you gotta let them go.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Do you know why Elsa never plays with balloons?
As she lets them go.
Yep, she's gonna let it go. All right, another star. Yeah, well, I used the star before Jimbo can steal it with the boo, but now we have a bolt out, and Jimbo's small, so he can't steal it. Wa's just trolling him to use it at the right time as they're sizing up. So Wa was in no risk of getting his bolt stolen right there, as he's now barging into first, like barreling down first place.
I mean, how does Wah, after driving backwards for an item, end up slowing down so he doesn't get first?
Yeah, I mean, we still got the rest of the round, but this blue is not coming for Wah. And it's coming around, but now DK Bonanza is in the sand, so it's not even going to hit him. The blue's just going to go around and cycle another time.
Ooh, we do have a shock from Denny here. Is he just going to wait and get a final fourth place item, or it's so tricky when you're on the third lap already?
Yeah, you kind of want to use it before a boo possibly comes out or something, but being able to slow everybody down to catch up, cycle this fourth place item. Unfortunately, that red, yeah.
But he might still be able to get...
He's got a slide, he's got a slide.
No, probably third.
Yeah, Wah had the mushroom, so DK Bonanza first place, Wah second, Denny third. Puts us at 7, 20, 13, 8 as we're done with 2 cups halfway through. 7-point lead by Wah and a 5-point lead for DK Bonanza as top 2 advance.
Okay, and DK Bonanza slowly but surely building up a lead over both Denny and Jimbo.
Yeah.
You know, we might just see both the Karst brothers in the finals. You know, we have 3 of the 4 finalists from last year here at the meet this year. We have Wah, and then in the other semifinals, we have Cheech and last year's winner, Mr. Ponytail. But even if all of those make it, we need a 4th one, so looking like it might be DK Bonanza hero, though.
Yeah, the home stream hero Glass was the 4th finalist last year.
Yeah, Glass, our main organizer of the event, unfortunately due to the dates, could not make it, but
Yeah,
we
shout out to
certainly miss
Glass.
them. Shout out to them. Event would not be possible otherwise.
Alright, DK Bonanza in first. He sandbags for a 2nd place item, gets trip shrooms. He's gonna let Wah pass him with the triple reds. These reds got to fire through. He shoots to try and get Denny off, and he does. He's sandbag. He said, as he says, nice try.
That is such a brutal.
Yeah. It's like, if you're first, like, you target, like, is there a point to targeting 3rd to just make sure that, like, it's insurmountable and you're gonna move on? Or do you play for that port priority in the finals?
Yeah, they're obviously both players. Usually from a match, I make sure that they advance to different rounds, and like that can affect the seeding and everything.
Yeah.
But both players have to advance to the same final.
Yeah.
the relative ranking does matter for court priority,
Yeah.
though, so there is still a little bit of stakes to winning the match versus second. And Denny now gets a lightning, so
Yeah, and Watt could have also just been playing an opportunity. It wasn't necessarily targeting. It was just whoever was there when he sandbagged the reds and the next person to go by him.
you know, different communities play with different rules for the items. So we're playing with what's commonly called the VA rule set, which is basically you can use your items whenever you want, target people, try to knock them off of things. There are ones where it's a little bit stricter on when you can do things and are a lot more driving focus, but this rewards item timing and focus and psychology a little bit more than some other rule sets.
Yeah. Jimbo takes his banana peels across the jump, doesn't trap the end of the jump.
And you know, when I was preparing for, you know, getting into verses, one of the things I did is I actually timed out when you can use a star, how far before the jump you can use the star to make sure that you get over, and that it was, you know, has come into play for me before.
Oh, absolutely, and it's definitely an individual thing. That was one of the first ideas that I had for like the practice, is to like highlight a line on the course of where you should use your star. But everybody has different driving abilities and driving skills, and like how fast you can MT and stuff like that. So the line is different for each player. So it's definitely a good strategy to practice your own independent. And like also the gold shroom, when to use it, and then which set of item blocks are you going to miss because you're still under gold shroom. So there's lots of individual plays and things that you can practice in between tournaments.
Yeah, I've honestly just started using gold shrooms like early just to make sure I can get more item boxes rather than trying to save them for an optimal spot.
Yeah.
But we're coming into the last part of lap 3 here. We'll have to see if Danny gets a shock, and they do.
Oh wow, is he
and
going to
they're
target
gonna maybe
Jimbo?
get some revenge.
Jimbo is able to, almost spins over.
And gets a third place star. Denny
Jimbo stops
going
driving.
from fourth into first at this point. Jimbo very frustrated with this star, unlikely to come back. We have a 3-way race to the finish line here. We've got some shrooms from DK Bonanza, but Denny's going to hold on to this red star. Going through almost.
A little unfortunate. Denny probably should have targeted DK Bonanza and let Jimbo go, because it's him and Jimbo going, even though Jimbo was first. So Denny was playing for first there, but also you can play for second to try and knock off the person to get a 2-point swing as opposed to a 1-point swing. Yeah, as you hear DK Bonanza reaching over asking, he was surprised he didn't go for him, but he doesn't need to think about that. He's able to know if he's small going up the hill or not. So on to Sherbet Land.
All right, we do still only have a 4-point gap here between Denny and DK Bonanza. So if he hadn't made up that extra point, it would have certainly could make a difference. We do have tiebreaker rules in place in case that happens as well. We won't really go into those until we get closer to the end of the match if it's still on play. But Denny taking out Jimbo as well right now, moving back into first, and DK Bonanza
Blue
currently
comes
in
out.
fourth.
Yeah, Jim got wombo combo there. Awkward green fired by Denny. He had to kind of slow up to recycle. Still looking out for that blue. Jimbo into the cold stuff. Boo out for Denny. He's got triple reds. Oh, unfortunate. He wanted that star, but he'll take the triple reds to keep Wah behind him. But now Wah's got these triple reds as well with a bolt out for Jimbo. This is crazy. But this is Mario Kart.
Oh, it's always a little bit nerve-wracking to try and do a jump over a crack when somebody has a bolt, because if they pull it at the moment and knock you in, it's this course more than almost any other one.
Absolutely.
It's punishing for them. Wah and Denny got very, very close there. Wah did get hit by the
second place star by Wah. He can't beat luck. Yeah. It's just gonna hopefully another green for Denny.
I think Denny was wise probably just to go wide there.
DK hits the penguin. Is it gonna allow Jimbo? What's Jimbo gonna pull? Jimbo pulls a blue.
Denny didn't see the fake item. Is DK gonna come through with these shrooms? It's close.
Denny's
it's
still gonna
very
pick
tight,
up a point.
But Denny's still gonna pick up another point there.
Yeah, unfortunate for Jimbo. Jimbo needs to put his rally cap back on.
If I didn't spin up.
Yeah, we have 7, 24, 16, 13. So 3-point difference now. On to Royal Raceway. This is one of the most interesting verse player tracks. I've been asking everybody if you could create your own Mario Kart 4-player versus track to, you know, add 2 more. So we have a front 9 and a back 9, kind of like golf. Like, what qualities in a map make it a good 4-player versus map? And I think Royal Raceway has all of those qualities. It's just, what are you defining and how would you create a map to do that? So, always an interesting thing that I ask people at these meets. Denny cutting the grass with the gold shroom. He's going to be the first around the hairpin. Red coming out for him, but yeah, he was trying to cancel it, get to the zipper.
Yeah, it's always interesting when you get those power items early that could get you out to front, because sometimes you think, oh, you know, maybe I should try and cycle to get 4th, but if I have the chance just to get a bit of a lead and not have to go with traffic, I kind of like the idea of just going for it, honestly. You keep Bonanza with a big jump with that star, moves up into first. There's such odd geometry on that last corner that can get risky, but they did it very well.
That's where time trialing comes into play. You kind of know that polygon because for the fast lap, you're trying to really hit it optimally. Ooh! Jimbo hits the inside of the hairpin. He's going to circle back. Fires off his shroom. We're going to see what he gets in 4th place here. While with the star in case a bolt comes out, but he goes ahead and uses it. And then he's the one with the bolt, of course. Star out for Jimbo. He's going to use that early, knowing that Wow was going to shock dodge.
Ooh, I think DK Bonanza is in.
Yeah, he missed. Denny's going to slow up just a little bit. At this point, it's a little too late to start the backup. You might as well size back up. But he's got to wait. There we go. He's large enough. But he definitely waited.
This works out really well for Wah because it allows Jimbo, who's the furthest from him, into a better position and might allow him to get another point buffer on the other players.
Yeah.
Okay, we got some bananas dropped here by Wall around this hairpin. That's going to be very tricky. Players are going pretty wide except for Denny, who gets hit by the shell there. So,
yeah. Would you call it a bonanza?
Oh.
A bonanza of bananas? Wah's going to leave some. And we'll see Jimbo's going to be the first one around. He's got some, yeah, he had a blocker, but he fired it off into the PD Piranha. He's going to be able to get back up into the ramp. Denny doesn't fire. Thankfully, he didn't get star cancel. There could have been a same frame hitting of the star and the banana peel that could have canceled the star. He's still catching back up. I'm interested to see if he should have saved the star for a little later because there was some frames where he's just in the air and he's going the same speed.
Yeah, I almost feel like you either have to use it earlier or just
or later. Yeah.
Later. But Denny's in the water.
Yeah, the Reds hit DK Bonanza, so that star pull, he might have used it a little early, but he'll regroup in the next one. Wow first, Jimbo second, DK Bonanza third. It's 9, 27, 17, 13.
It got canceled.
5 to go.
Oh, the sound effect.
Yeah, the sound effect stopped because I got hit a bomb.
Bowser Castle.
All right,
Real, go for it.
Oh, I was just going to say, we got 5 strikes here. Wall's got a 10-point lead, looking really solid to take that final spot. Was the top seed in our qualifiers. DK Bonanza and Denny, still a 4-point gap with 5 strikes left. Certainly can come back on it, but running a little bit out of time.
Did you see that green? It was a bank shot, like a forward bank shot, perfectly fired off.
Oh, man. Yeah, with all the hallways here, those green shells can get real nasty because they just keep bouncing around until they hit someone.
Denny goes for Raw. It's like again, like he's targeting Raw when maybe he needs to target somebody else.
Yeah, and to be clear, I think he's just targeting the player in first. Who is often Raw. Yeah. But you know, being a little bit adjusting to the match situation might be a better strategic play.
Absolutely. Yeah, he definitely wants some spacers between him and DK Bonanza to catch up and put a little bit of a gap.
Although I'll be honest, like during my match today, basically had a 3-way battle going on, and I was like, I should be targeting certain players. I feel like, and just trying to keep that when I'm keeping track of so much else is a very difficult thing to do.
It's so tough. Yeah.
All right, Denny takes off the golden shroom with only 3 item sets on this course, they aren't going to be able to pick up another one here.
Yeah, just
and
going
they're just
for
going to
it.
cut
Yep.
through the grass. But he's going to get quite a bit of time with that shroom
Yeah,
if they
it-
can get through these swamps.
Yeah, he's hoping that this at least stays out. As far as the placing, DK Bonanza hits some. These reds are right behind Jimbo. Jimbo's got to get through the swamp room. Is he gonna? Yeah, he doesn't. Not able to cancel the reds.
All right, we do have a blue show that will eventually come in. I don't think it's actually going to reach Danny.
It might bonk on. Yeah, it might bonk on the spiral. No, it's still in the courtroom. Star off for Jimbo. Jimbo's gonna try and hightail it around this spiral. Wah in second, so it's a big point gain for Denny here. DK Bonanza finishes third. Jimbo into the Kool-Aid. So that updates our scores to 9-29, 18-16. 2 points separates second and third to see who goes into the finals. And we're on to the Flower Cup. 4 tracks left.
I do want to mention that with that result, Wah is now 13 points ahead of Denny, and you can only make up 12 points in a cup, so Wah has secured a place in the finals.
Yep. Congrats to Wah, getting back-to-back finals in Wisco Meet. He'll definitely be looking to improve his finish from last year.
Yeah, I believe he finished third last year.
Yeah.
But we
He
have
was-
some stiff competition.
Yeah, Wah was the winner of Summer Kart, so he's prepared and he's got the chops to take it out.
Yeah, he also won PA Meet 2025, and then we have Chooch, who has gotten second in many tournaments, who will be playing in the next semifinals. But
Yeah.
before we get to that, we gotta finish up this one.
Nice banana from Denny to also not get squished when he was small.
All right, Wah finishing the lap in first, but close behind by TK Bonanza. And the results of this race could be huge for determining who moves forward between Denny and DK.
Absolutely. Bolt out for Jimbo. He's going to go ahead and fire it off. It's not going to allow him to get another 4th place item, though.
Yeah, and that also isn't going to allow Denny to make best use of the golden shroom.
Yeah.
He tries to spin out and get some more speed, which they do, but it does end up taking a longer path because of that.
Yeah, Jimbo was too close. He caught up to first place, but then Wah took out all the items, so Jimbo didn't get any item sets there. This red behind Jimbo is pretty dangerous as they slow down. DK Bonanza's trolling Denny, and Denny didn't even get a box because they all slowed down, which allows Wah to pull forward.
I mean, honestly, a decent strategic decision at this point because DK Bonanza really knows that he just has to beat Denny more
Yep.
than anything else.
Absolutely. Then he goes ahead and fires off. He says he doesn't want the gold shroom. It's going to allow him to at least get a new set of item blocks. And I don't think the gold shroom would have ended if he was going normal speed with this item block. So actually, he's probably thankful, but also doesn't want triple shroom or triple reds.
Ooh, this could be big here with DK Bonanza gaining a 3-point gap.
Wow, with the Wombo combo.
The Wombo combo?
The Wombo. He's got the Waha Blast. Denny hits the bomb. He needs to get around these buses. DK Bonanza in first place. Has the Deke behind him. Jimbo fires a green off backwards.
All right, the driving on this final lap is often very tricky. There's a lot of traffic in these 2 lanes, but DK Bonanza looks like he's just trying to race to the finish here. Didn't even try to grab another
Yeah,
item.
you can see him just hopping around, playing it safe.
Extremely safe, and it's a wise
Big win for
decision.
DK Bonanza. That's going to be huge, especially if this order persists. Jimbo not able to outrace Wah. Wah gets second. Jimbo right behind in third, and Denny in fourth. So that's going to put a big lead. 10, 31, 21, 16. So 5 points with 3 tracks to go. It's not insurmountable, but you can do 2 places ahead each time is a lot better than needing a 1st and 4th place finish. So
Yeah, I mean, going from 2 points with 5 trucks to 5 points with 4 trucks.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. He lost 3 points there and a track.
Yeah.
And that's really rough for his chances of advancing.
he's going to hold on to this bolt, maybe go for the bridge. but he also can cycle and get third place items.
All right, we do have a lightning here on Denny.
Yeah.
Who isn't going to knock anyone off, but is going to make up quite a bit of time. Does get
Yeah,
around the banana.
the bridge is going to be trapped for the next couple of laps. Oh, we got a big star pull from DK Bonanza in second place. Another star pull from Jimbo in fourth. It's going to outrace this little red until it finally hits him. Backwards green? Nope. Oh! Denny able to survive the onslaught. DK Bonanza gets spun out.
And we got an extra star by Wah here, who looks like they're going to wait to go a second place item instead of trying to cut.
This blue,
just
yeah.
holding on to the star
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, they both sandbag. Denny and Wah were back and forth sandbagging to not get hit with the blue. And the blue had already chosen Denny when he's got into second place there.
You know, when I go through this course, sometimes I'll hit a snowman and think, why does it have to be a snowman?
Exactly.
But you know, it doesn't have to be a snowman.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Anyway, Wah getting first here, DK Bonanza in second, gonna pull 6 points ahead of Denny here, all but guaranteeing their advance.
Jimbo with the swag finish. And that's gonna clinch things. Well, not technically.
Was
I guess
that
6 points.
20
6 points with 2 tracks, so
to
technically they could tie. Yeah, 23-17. So it's 6 points.
Yeah, so Denny needs 2 firsts and for DK Bonanza to get
2 fourths.
fourths. So very difficult. Wah at this point has clinched first place and his choice of port in the finals. Very strong driving all tournament from Wah, who, again, #1 seed, leading the semifinal, looking very comfortable throughout the tournament.
Oh, a little bit of chaos around the last turn of Chaco Mountain, right before the 3 hill hops.
And Jimbo's got the lightning here. Could be trying to pick up a couple points here to, just get a couple wins on the board.
Yeah, DK Bonanza was taking a nice tight round around the mountain inside of the banana peels, but then a straight green just knocked him out. So it's unfortunate. Even if you're taking nice lines, like just greens can just come out of nowhere and wreck you.
There's so much chaos right now just watching. Oh,
Oh no, the spin into the squish.
Wah was so smart there. They saw when Jimbo was likely to target and
Yep.
then intentionally tumbled on the wall in order to get a shot.
Yeah, heads up play by Wah for sure.
All right, but Jimbo, that has gotten them into the lead and with a
With the boo. He's not able to quickly draw out the bolt, but it will allow him to make sure he's invisible through any type of bananas.
Yeah, it doesn't. He hasn't been able to steal the bolt, but the fact that the bullets can't target him specifically on this corner might just get him the win by holding on to the boo without using it.
Or the boulder as well. You just get your hopes and dreams crushed by the boulder. He just needs to. He just took the shroom over the last bomb that's still there. Denny flies
DK
over the bomb
Bonanza
too.
tumbling
Yeah.
forever.
So Denny only got third on that one. So he got the DK Bonanza finishing fourth. But unfortunately, Denny's tournament comes to an end as we go to MR. Wah and DK Bonanza will be moving on to the finals.
All right. So this last race is just to finish out the match, get some bragging rights, try to get some points. Wah cannot get a 40-point round, although he could get close here if he gets another 3.
Shock dodge by Denny.
Denny taking out some frustration on DK Bonanza, just hitting him with the star.
Yeah, Wah's gonna troll his brother.
We got some red shells out here from Jimbo. Don't know if DK Bonanza will get around that. Nope, he won't. So Jimbo's gonna hit him yet again. Gonna move into third place here. Get try to pick up a point here at the end of the match. Denny still in first by a decent margin here, but there is this shock from DK Bonanza that could be a big deal. That hairpin is probably one of the biggest points to use it.
Yeah.
Denny
He got rid of his shroom, so that way he can at least cycle items, but...
Oh, there's another lightning here. This is a little bit interesting.
Yeah, he just wants to be not hit the the PD Piranha plant, able to spin around and avoid it.
Meanwhile, Jimbo and DK Bonanza are just trading some blows here, it looks like.
Denny with a big lead on Mario Raceway, rocking the Mario Fit. Wah takes second place. DK Bonanza just staring at the wall, thinking about taking that shortcut.
All right. Well,
And that's our semifinal A.
All right. Thanks to Uno for joining on commentary. We're going to be getting semifinal B set up here in just a second. And this was a very exciting round. Yes, where's that?
40s for you. No more.
All right. So stick around here. We're going to have semifinal B almost immediately. We're going to see it set up targeting a 7:45 start time. So we got a couple minutes here to adjust, but please stick around.
Wow. Got enough lanyards?
No.
More. Doesn't weigh you down at all?
You should have seen me trying to untangle them in the car.
Yeah.
First time
They just all live in your vehicle?
Yeah. I took them off, so we went to dinner. So then they got tangled. So I took them off.
You're next.
Nope. No idea.
That'll be intense.
Yeah.
Surprised that I actually know that.
It'll be one to watch. One for the books. It's time for a break.
GG. You made it a good one.
Yeah.
Lots of counts.
Make it interesting.
Yeah.
But Michigan versus Wisconsin. It's a battle.
Fortunately, it is Wisconsin. There's a whole field of people.
I thought my own was first. Snow. It's kind of a blur. I didn't get very far there.
It came to
Yeah.
I was about to ask you if you wanted to commentate on Sequoia, man. That's not kind of work.
You should have seen that.
I usually do commentate.
Cancel on Taco It came out and I decided you were on the corner of the curve and I decided to go right and go into the mistake.
That's a lot faster.
Well, I've rarely done it. Yeah, I see you do it. I did a shell cancel too, also the quarterfinals. I think I did it on Chocolate Mountain too, the shell cancel. That's my fault.
Oh, they're playing that. That's good.
Playing 8 to 11.
8 deluxe. That's my game. 8 deluxe. I don't know why.
Hopefully we can just, for the finals, hopefully.
Simpson says Portugal.
They're getting pretty excited back there.
That's 9. It would be nice to maybe send a few more chairs.
Mr. Horn
I told you we need the dialogue, bro. All is not done.
Not really. Don't worry, I got it. For finals. Introductions. For classic.
Sorry.
Did you get a chance to sign the 64?
Noise.
That's fine. They stick same other stuff.
Yeah, there's no need to do Beyblades during the Beyblade matches.
Just thinking about it, yeah.
No, they were playing on I think they were waiting on They were waiting on people. They just take things. Just start.
Yeah, it's interesting that like have this space with the partition. Yeah.
Trying to make sure if we
Are we just gonna test? I'm good. Just go around the hallway. It's an idea. Partition is a solution. And I didn't see the space that does every time we were here, the partition was just getting closed. So it's like,
Oh, I see. When you
When you have some next message.
yeah.
What are the funny guy is?
Can't play. But yeah, so trying to get some. Depends on what everyone else says. How's dinner?
Let's go.
Where'd you go? Oh wait, Jimbo, you're Robin. Just kind of fun. It's like my one meal of the day, and then
Stupid.
like to go home, right?
Crush it. Wear your hat backwards. Oh, you're
Defending champ.
There you go.
Yeah. 64 to go. 64 to go. You may not 64 to go.
Yes, I'm 38. Like, change. So you're 16 years from now, you're gonna love this.
We're talking about players.
Seriously.
Players. I'm not a player. Special lot.
Alright,
Chicho's first pick.
yes. First off, how do we feel about the lights? Because some people have had different opinions.
I guess I like the lower lights.
You like the lower lights?
If we put the game sharp.
The low lights, you said?
The problem with turning the lights off is that the lightning bolt does the little.
We did
We could put the game shark there. I mean, yeah, this one doesn't.
We could use do we have one that does have one station?
I have my summer turret. Yeah. And that has the. Wait, no, it doesn't. I don't think.
Calamity's
The 2018 one doesn't have that. Yeah. Wait, Josh, does your summer cart have the wrong with the
Yeah, I
lightning
would
bolt
prefer
thing
lights
on?
on if we don't have
Okay.
it. Just for fun.
Okay.
Yes, that is.
Great effort. Can't wait to watch that back. I only saw it
I have the codes, it just takes forever to put it on. You can start putting them in.
Really, I'm
We
worried.
could do that because like I'd rather.
He dumped me.
If
The
you
red
do the
came back. I got a squeeze out of this. And I got a star and a bolt on left.
One of this
Took Jimbo out. Yeah, we should get him punched in right now.
So here turn off the flashes. It would just take a second. We can do that for you.
I mean, if the players want lights off.
Okay.
That over there. I was gonna sign it.
So let's decide the lights in my. Lights on, lights off.
Do we have time to put in the game shark?
We'll do it. We're
Okay.
just gonna do it. For lights, for lights.
You turn the lights down.
What is your preference?
Lights on.
Okay.
My preference is lights off. I know glare is hard to deal with for the top players at least.
Okay, we have at least half the people want lights on. I think for the
Half.
stream, it's better for the lights to be on, and I think for some of the viewers, it's better for lights to be on. So we're gonna keep the lights on.
It's just better just so everyone can see everything here, right? Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
with that in mind, we're gonna do the port picks. Cheech, you get first port pick.
Alright, I'll. 3. Yeah.
Okay. Seat 3, or yeah, Cheech is for 3. Mr. Ponytail,
I'll do 2.
2. Vic,
4.
Tom.
No. At one.
We go for one.
No.
The sabotage.
No.
Sorry, I know you have to be in
No. All right. I hope we tie exactly on a frame. I hope we tie on a frame now.
I'm gonna save the DK out for the rest. If I make it. I'm gonna save it for that. It has to be a formal
So in order to
event.
do this, could you enter the codes for turning the lightning on?
Oh yeah, it's gonna take a while.
Wow. Good luck. Watch the other semis
All right, folks, it's going to be just a minute here. We're going to be entering the code to turn the lightning off on the stream. So we're going to have a little bit of a delay, but the players are getting set up. They've made their port selections. So we'll enter that, and then we'll get started here pretty soon.
Oh, they're doing right now.
Yeah, you made it to semis, didn't you? Thanks very much. That's only as far as I've made it.
Good to meet you. Have a good one. Yeah.
So you're heading out?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna watch the semis. We'll
All
see
right.
us do it from
See you next time.
Yeah, glad you can make it.
Turn them around.
Alright, just being there. That was cool. No. One side of
We're
it.
gonna go back to IRL here.
IRL, yeah.
Alright,
That's gonna take a minute. We're gonna use the rest of this.
Alright, I'm gonna have this on his background noise in the car.
Of course it's mine. That wouldn't be my one.
Did you mark it?
Yeah, it's that one. I'm like, I just didn't see the name. Oh, whose is this, by the way?
Not sure.
I feel like there's an EverDrive that we already put the code on. I think you did already on one, but maybe someone took it home.
Yeah, it was on the other setup.
Oh, that they probably took it home.
Shoot.
Good one now.
This is the new speed run? Yeah, the new menu run.
Should have posted some boards.
This is the extension.
MK64 temporary extension.
Who can do it the fastest? World record. Not me.
It's about to be the record.
Yeah, you're doing great.
First ever. It was 32. And I was 34, so this was 36.
Can you drop it? Yeah, can you drop that? Who's out? Who's out?
Is this on screen? what I was drinking.
Yeah.
I think it looks good. Honestly, I think this one looks better than the team. Like the overall. Because just like font wise and colors. I just had like a white, like numbers. It didn't look very fancy or anything.
All right, folks, thank you for your patience as we take care of this. We are just entering some codes to make sure that we turn off the lightning flashes, and we will, once we get everybody seated here, we'll make sure that the cameras are adjusted as we need to. Uno is moved over because he's entering the codes. The lightning flashes can just be a problem for some of our photosensitive viewers. I do apologize that we didn't think to do this earlier in the tournament, but we want to make sure that now that we have thought of it, that we take care of it for those viewers and for anybody who wants to be watching in the future. So the newer tournament ROM actually has that is in development is going to have this set by default so that photosensitive viewers will be able to, and players will be able to participate without issue. So we're hopeful that we can have that out fairly soon for people to try out, and we'll be doing that. How are people feeling about the matches today? You know, who are you rooting for in the semifinals? Who do you want to take the whole thing? Let me know what you're thinking. I can say we are having a great time here in Wisconsin. I don't know if you've gotten a great view of the background here, but we're basically in a hotel. We've rented out the space, and it's been a really good size for the event that we have here. There's been a little restaurant on site, and you know, when I'm at PA Meet, I live in Pittsburgh, so I kind of have a little bit of a commute. It's kind of nice just to be able to go up to a hotel room and do it. A little bit later start to the days too. So get a little bit more rest here than I normally get at PA Meet.
Test it out? Yeah.
Oh, I see we have a shout out here to Schlanks in the background.
Just grind out some lightning bolts just to make sure it works.
Schlanks, you got a shout out from Leah in the chat.
Oh, yeah. I popped in and said hi to you.
Gotcha. Mr. Ponytail and Schlanks both excited to hear Leah's in the chat. I think we're just doing a warm up here real quick to make sure everybody's hands are warm and everybody's ready to go. So. Okay. You folks just warming up?
Yeah, we're just checking the lightning code.
Okay, the other thing we were doing was just checking that the lightning code had been entered properly and that everything was working as expected. So we're just gonna grab Cheech, check on the cameras, and then get started here, I think.
Four-player code. I'm gonna be looking at your screen a lot.
The plan is working.
I don't need that plan. You need to just.
You did great. Flawless.
World record.
Yeah. First try?
First try.
Uno, you're
Oh,
seated player one.
Yeah.
Yeah, just got the code entered in now.
Just get the what?
The code is entered in.
Oh, wait, sorry.
Yeah,
Who's
we're one.
player one? Okay, you should be on the outside then.
Yeah, we didn't. We fixed it.
No, the ports correspond to the seats.
Can we move left?
Yeah, we
You can recenter things or anything, but the ports correspond to the seats. Because otherwise, you have to redo the ports correspond to the seats. Yeah, it's 1, 3, 2, 4 always.
Oh.
Otherwise, you have to redo the entire layout.
Oh, you're right. And I could do that. Like just move
We
them
ran
around, but
into
it's
this
just
at PA Meet, we're not.
exactly.
Yeah.
It would
Like,
probably
we
take
forgot
a
to re-update it when it changed, and
It'd probably take a couple minutes. Yeah. So. You have grip if anyone needs. But yeah, it makes you see a little better, you know?
Are you all set to go here?
I'm ready. Good luck. Good luck.
Good luck, everybody.
One sec, let me just double check the cameras here. Okay, everybody looks good to me on camera. All right, I think we're set to go.
Okay.
Let's go.
So I can, somebody needs to select a character, I think. All right, I'll count you in. All right, folks, we are starting here. Semifinal B in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, we're here at semifinals B, and as it says, the top 2 advance. Got all of our technical issues taken care of here. We have 4 really great players: Uno, Mr. Ponytail, Cheech, and Vic Valor, formerly known as Haddock. And only 2 of them are going to be moving on. By seeding, we have Cheech and Mr. Ponytail as the 2 and 3 seed. Vic Valor was the number 4 seed, but did get beaten by Jimbo in the quarterfinals match. I was also part of that match. It was a very intense, very close match. And then Uno is the number 7 seed. This is all determined by the prelims. So on paper, Cheech and Mr. Ponytail would be advancing and become repeat finalists, but there's a reason we play the game. We got to see if that's actually going to go through. We have Cheech is feeling like he's playing an Oops All Toads round because everybody except for Cheech has chosen to play as Toad. We are on the tournament edition of the ROM, where players can choose the same character, and importantly, all of these characters have the same stats, so everybody is playing the exact same physics. Well, we have a lightning bolt come out from Uno that squishes everyone due to these fruits that come out from the side, and we have Vic Valor in the lead here. First one over the bridge. There's a little bit of traffic there with the green shell, and I didn't quite see what happened to it, but nobody's gotten hit by it. However, Cheech does have to slow down due to Uno's bananas. All right. We have this jump. Our player's going to be able to get over it. Is a lightning bolt going to come out? No lightning yet. Vic Valor gets over it fine. Mr. Ponytail doesn't draw one, so everybody getting over it at the moment. Cheech picking up a 3rd place item here. Uno, I'm not quite sure what just hit them, but slows down a little bit. This might let Cheech get a backup, and Valor looking like they're in a strong position to win the race. As I say that, they hit a banana, but they just need to make this hill climb. We do have a star on screen, and Cheech coming through in 2nd. Hits a banana there. We've got red shells from Mr. Ponytail now in 2nd. Cheech trying to avoid the bananas, but Uno has come out ahead with the shrooms, and Cheech falls down, so Cheech will get 4th.
All right.
There's gonna be a lot of that this round. Yeah. That's 6 points Toad. Yeah, 6 points Toad. Team Toad.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I kind of want to switch.
Yeah, we're good. Switching characters.
Yeah, I'll just give a thumbs up whenever. All right, we are into Yoshi Valley. We have been using the Wisco Cup order this tournament, where we swap between swap the Special Cup and Mushroom Cup, and we are doing great. I'm seeing some suggestions that she should have also done Toad here. What is happening on my screen right now? Lots of chaos. Looks like Mr. Ponytail gets out of it the best. So that's great for that. Oh, the egg popping up into the air, comes back down. You don't get to see that on another player's screen all that often, but we have multiple stars on screen also with Cheech and Vic Valor, and Mr. Ponytail's lead is going to start evaporating here as all 3 other players get to use their speed items across the grass. But still looks like they are just in 2nd, shortly behind Uno, and that's an awkwardly placed fib. Mr. Ponytail choosing to go the longer way around. I know that he is primarily a Diddy Kong racing player, and in the past has found the hairpin trick. Oh, Vic Valor and Mr. Ponytail both go off the edge. This is a big opportunity for Uno and Cheech to get some points that they missed out on the first race. And yeah, but what I was saying was, I know last there was a time when Mr. Ponytail was in Uno now falling off. There's a tiny gap between the fence and as you come out of that area, and it's pretty easy to accidentally hit it. So Uno now going the long way, and Cheech getting a commanding win here. I say before they cross the line, but there they go. And we've got a blue shell coming out that hits Vic Vaylor in the process, and another shell. So we've got Uno still in second here as Mr. Ponytail goes for an aggressive line on that hairpin turn. I was going to say, I do know Mr. Ponytail was once in a tiebreaker and chose to veto this track. That hairpin turn is more tricky and uncomfortable for some players. All right, we got a very close match here as Cheech goes from 4th to 1st and Uno 1st to 4th. So we have everything set here as Vic Vaylor has a narrow lead in the semifinals, just an eighth of the way through. It's 2 of 16 tracks, but Yoshi Valley, a very chaotic course, even for players who play it a lot. It's been one of my favorite courses traditionally, and it's probably made me overconfident, and I have missed the hairpin many a time, so it might be wise sometimes just to go around. But Uno into the drink, as we like to call every body of water here, as Mr. Ponytail picks up a star, trying to catch up to Cheech here. Everybody chasing that Donkey Kong, but Mr. Ponytail, the only one catching up to it so far. This bolt by Vic Vaylor, you know, a lot of times can be used in various spots to try and knock players off. More just getting some time for Vic Vaylor, as all other players managed to stay on the course at this point. But Mr. Ponytail narrowly stays on the course. This blue shell could be very dangerous, and it is. Vic Vaylor goes off the edge. I think he became aware of it just a moment too late and had a bit too much speed going into that corner. So that lets Mr. Ponytail take the lead again. Cheech does have this star. It's going to be a little tricky to catch them, but they might do this as we get there. And even if they don't hit with the star, they hit with some shells, but they get turned around on that corner as well, bonk into the walls, and gonna lose just a green shell there, one of their defenders. And so we have a pretty close race here at the front between the top two. We've got triple shrooms versus a deep, and a lightning bolt will knock Vic Vaylor into the drink and allow Uno to take over 3rd place. All right, we've got Toad versus Donkey Kong, specifically Mr. Ponytail's Toad, and we had a boo on screen which prompted an early bolt which actually knocked Mr. Ponytail into the water. So Mr. Ponytail is going to have to settle for some triple shrooms, and this is letting Cheech pull out a little bit further ahead. So our player who is 1st in the match, currently 4th in the race with some golden shrooms, but moving ahead of Uno. Tight battle, got an awkward bat bounce, but Cheech in 1st here, approaching the finish line. Looks like they are going to pick up a win with some celebratory kart dancing. Mr. Ponytail will get 2 points here as Uno can't quite catch up with Vic Vaylor in that race for the end.
3 toads? Wow. Took me a while, actually.
I still realize
Yeah, he did. I was mad at
a
him.
lot of Yahoo.
It's a fun guy crowd.
All right, we've got
Pages, right?
3, 4, 5, and 6 points on the screen here, with Cheech currently leading and Uno currently in the rear. But as we say, you know, it's only 3 points that can be made up in one race. We could still end up with the 6-point tie at the end of this special cup. We'll just have to see. We've got, you know, a solid 5 minutes here, but after this we will be going on to Mushroom Cup, where we have some of these shorter tracks. This is a little bit of a change. We won't be seeing Wario Stadium immediately, as in our more traditional track order. But, you know, we've been doing Mushroom and then Special, Star, and Flower for a long time. that's not even left to right. Like, that was just a decision that was made at some point, and it's worth experimenting. Sometimes you find out, hey, it was a good idea to begin with, and sometimes you wonder, hey, why didn't we change it earlier? So we have, let's see, pretty close battle here. The Kong of Cheech still out in front as we have some red shells coming for Uno. Vic Valor moving into third. Potentially could have held on to those a little longer if they really wanted a fourth place item. But now they're going to get a blue shell in third while Uno actually picks up the fourth. And Uno's holding on to the star for a bit until they can cycle and they get a second star. So you see some of the benefit there of holding onto your items for longer so that you can get solid ones. We've got these green shells and a nice snipe from Mr. Ponytail as Uno picks up yet another star. We are way up here in the sky. I guess your shooting stars might be, these toads going so fast all the time, as we have Vic Valor and Uno with Toad, both with stars. Mr. Ponytail out in the lead, doesn't have a star but has some speed items of his own with these triple shrooms, although Valor gets them as well. And Uno, again, with the lightning, has gotten a lot of great items in a row, tries to pick up yet another fourth place. This time only gets shrooms, but you can't win all of them. Still a pretty strong one, moves from fourth to second with all of his great items. And now the Donkey Kong is chasing all of the toads. Cheech in fourth, still with about 2.5, 3 minutes left on this race. Oh no, Uno, I thought was maybe going to be over the edge there. I just saw it narrowly, but stays on the course, and Cheech getting hit again with a deke in fourth place. Really not the item you want, and just choosing to hold on to it for a minute, but honestly, not very valuable to him, so ditches it, pulls out some red shells, probably some better protection there, and slows down just a little bit to make sure that they continue to get these fourth place items, as you probably don't want to get into a red shell battle with Uno at this point, but Uno might have been wise to hold on to those red shells instead of trying to cycle, because that allowed Cheech to exploit the opening there. In all of that, Vic Valor has held on to their red shells, and if you're going to use them, this is maybe the best point on the track to do so, as this long straightaway allows these red shells to come down and oftentimes hit players from above. Although Mr. Ponytail is actually hitting a lot of other things, and Valor actually passed Mr. Ponytail before those red shells got to him, I think, which it could be wrong, could have been someone else's, but you see the reversal of fortunes here, as Vic is now your first place racer. Alright, Cheech still in fourth, still close. Stubat only has maybe a minute and a half left in this race. The lightning bolt should help a lot, and that is another spot. You just saw Cheech fire some red shells and hit Mr. Ponytail from above. That elevation drop is a great way to fire red shells on top of people. Mr. Ponytail gets revenge of his own with his lightning bolt, and now we have Uno in the back with a star. Should move up pretty soon here, as they are in all likelihood just going to cycle for items and see if they can move up a little bit as we have the back half of this lap 3. Let's see. Vic Valor has a nice red shell, which is nice, but Cheech has so many shells that, Vic Valor ends up hitting the chain chomp, but it's going to be hard to get through the 4 defenders of Cheech. Although this blue shell is going to do it if Uno doesn't take it out with his own star. And Cheech is very good at getting blue shells to bomb. Alright, we have Cheech in first here, does get a red shell. We have red shells coming in from the back. I don't know if either of them are going to hit in time. Not quite, so Cheech will pick up another 3 points. Vic Valor gets 2, and Uno unfortunately hits a fib right at the end, so Mr. Ponytail will pick up the remaining point. Alright, we have 3, 5, 9, and 7. And we're heading on to the Mushroom Cup. We got 2 points gap between all the places right now. This has been, Cheech started out with a 4th place and has gotten 3 wins in a row. Well, Uno started out with a win and has gotten 3 4th places. So you can see, don't judge too much by one track, but after a full cup, this might be the order that some people expected, although Vic Valor certainly making it difficult for Mr. Ponytail to repeat his championship title from last year. Mr. Ponytail is your reigning champion, so going out in the semifinals would be a bit of a disappointment, although certainly these are very strong players that they're all up against. Cheech with his golden shroom in first, doing some great close driving on that grassy area to get out further out in front, trying to make this 2-point gap even larger that they have. And our players are in the same order as their match placement at the moment. So this would sort of help to solidify the standings, but New Jersey Raceway is so chaotic that I expect we won't finish in the same order we have now. So, moving into third with the triple shrooms. A good cycle here for the items. Okay, some players like to use those mushrooms to try and cut through the grass, but if you can get a 3rd place item, sometimes it's worthwhile. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for him because all they got was bananas. But we do have this blue shell coming for Cheech, and Mr. Ponytail with some red shells in a good position, especially since nobody has a speed item. This is really rare that everybody's actually driving on the road around this final corner. But Mr. Ponytail picks up the win there, gets 3 points. Cheech just with 2, and Vic Valor with 1. Alright, we got a tie here between Mr. Ponytail and Vic Valor. Again, top 2 advancing. Could be one of them, could be both of them. Cheech isn't that far ahead. Could be neither of them. Uno could make a comeback here. So, let's see how we're doing after Moo Farm, one of the shortest and most chaotic tracks of the day. Mr. Ponytail getting hit by just about everything, it seemed like, over there, as Cheech continues to get out to the lead in front against all of these toads. When players pull a triple mushroom, it kind of looks like these 3 toads on the screen, so, a little bit of a family reunion almost. But Uno here has a boo, is going to see if our 3rd and 4th place players pull anything. Looks like they used it right as 4th place was getting an item, but it was just a blue shell and they didn't manage to take it. Uno fires off these red shells, is going to try and maybe get up to Cheech, but I think that was a little bit too far back. Cheech does tumble a little bit before the line, still does have a solid lead here as they have pulled away from the groups of fungi trying to spread and take over. Alright. We have a star from Uno in 2nd place. These would be some much needed points, although Cheech can be securing the lead if they get another first here. Pretty safe driving from Cheech, just going wide at the whole hills. Does hit a fake item box. This could be huge if Uno can pick up another item here, but Cheech is going towards the line. It's going to be pretty close, but Cheech will hold on. Uno gets a 2nd, some much needed points. First ones for a while. And Mr. Ponytail in the lead versus Vic Valor, who has a golden shroom. It's going to be close, but Mr. Ponytail will take the advantage there. Alright, Uno up to 5. If you guys could just wait a moment when we're going between, that's okay though.
5, 9, 14, 8.
Alright, just getting the scores updated here as we see Uno started the task of making up a little bit of ground, but as Cheech got first that race, there wasn't much separation between the other 3 players. We have Uno, first one coming for the jump. Ooh, just wide to the left. Cheech does make it. Uno going for what I think he calls the Uno Tanko as he makes the jump into the backup. That is something I failed at many times this weekend. and Vic Valor gets an item going for the 4th place item glitch. I think they slightly mistimed it. I don't think a single green is a 4th place item. I could be wrong there. But Cheech has a lightning, and that's going to be big with the ramp dynamics on this course, as somebody just went flying there. Okay, does fire this lightning, is going to pick up another 4th place. Has a blue shell that does get taken out by the red shell. That is pretty important because Cheech can no longer use that as a defender. Uno is going around the cave while Mr. Ponytail went through it. So they are going to be very close to each other, and Vic Valor has a lightning, and they spin out by hitting the palm tree, so they don't make up that much ground. But we do have an opportunity to get another 4th place item, I think, in order to, well, they're in 4th place, so they don't actually need to go for the finish line glitch, and they get a lightning anyway. So, oh, a 3rd lightning. This is huge for Vic, who, if they make this jump, will be in a great position. They do have to watch out for these red shells. They kind of have to slow down and try and get around, but they spin out as they were trying to dodge what Mr. Ponytail had cooking. This is going to let Cheech get out ahead once again into 1st. How many lightning bolts can we get on one course? Vic Valor, I think that's the 4th, is moving ahead of Uno with that, and trying for the best, but came extremely close to getting Mr. Ponytail. Not quite there yet.
You remember that? That wasn't quite.
Guys at the same strat.
A lot of lightning for
It was on 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Okay.
See it for sure. You gotta actually
literally just watched it twice.
slightly in the water. Right.
All right, we're into Calamari Desert, which is the last track of the first half here. Cheech already with a 6-point lead over his closest competitor, and an 8-point lead clear of Vic in 3rd, which is the cutoff. Is the person who would have to catch him in order to get knocked down. We have a very close battle between Vic and Mr. Ponytail for that 2nd place spot in the finals, and Uno needs to start making some moves to catch up to those players if they are to make this through. We have a lot of shrooms on the course. Both players go through the sand at the moment, and we are doing a great. All 4 players have been playing really well today. This is the point order we might have most predicted, but I think it's way too early to be making any definitive statements of how this match is going to play out. Cheech, just a green show on 1st. Mr. Ponytail could fire these reds, but because they got passed by Vic with those reds, Vic's actually going to get hit multiple times. Cheech only has the single defender with this banana, but again, we've got some toad-on-toad violence. Now this is going to let this donkey get away a little bit. Shrooms from Mr. Ponytail, getting a little bit closer. Ooh, I see a blue shell passing. Ooh, this could come into play quite quickly as Cheech now has a mushroom. Almost certainly going to be aware of this and use this shroom quickly to recover. Oh, sees the 2nd red shell coming in and doesn't use this shroom. Great awareness that it wouldn't have been as beneficial there and to wait until all the hits are finished. Alright, Mr. Ponytail out in front. Just a green shell, but nobody has great items except for Vic Valor, who now has a star. This star, I think Uno tried to swerve off the road to avoid it, but instead swerved into Vic Valor, gets his item stolen by Mr. Ponytail in 1st, who is trying to maintain the lead, but this blue shell could be nasty, but Vic Valor actually wants to hold on to the blue shell in order to block this red that's coming in. This lightning is terrible by Cheech. You can't beat luck. This lightning's going to move Cheech from 3rd into 1st. And let Mr. Ponytail into 2nd.
I was like, should I shoot the blue out? I don't know who's who anyway.
I'm Toad.
I honestly don't know.
Ignore 1st player.
Oh god. So Cheech said he doesn't know which one's which. I'm glad I wasn't.
We just had a comment here that Cheech isn't sure, which player is which when they're racing since they're all Toad. which got the response from the chorus of other players of, "Oh, I'm Toad." I don't know who's who. Oh, I'm Toad. Okay, on to Wario Stadium. We are finishing with Star and Flower Cup, as is the usual in tournaments. And, just 8 tracks left halfway through. Cheech on track for a 40-point semifinal. We saw, Wah, I think, finished in the high 30s earlier in their semifinals. Those two are showing why they have such a consistent history of making the finals. They are, for sure, I don't think I've seen any player more consistent than the two of them, and they're so evenly matched. They seem to tie more than one against the other. But we have Vic Taylor here with a star. Less important than usual, just because no lightning bolts can come out, so they're going to cycle and get their own lightning bolt. And Uno got a little greedy, holding onto the star in first place, gets hit, and now is going to have to wait for this to wear out. Made that loop a little too tight, has to loop again. Looks like me when I'm trying to find a parking spot and I just can't parallel park going around in circles. Alright, we got Vic Taylor out in first here. Cheech with some red shells. We have Uno with some triple shrooms, and Uno only 8 points down from Mr. Ponytail as they're trying to catch up to that second point spot. The tricky thing is, even if you catch one of the players in front of you, you need to catch both of them, so you need pretty strong results. But certainly, especially with the chaos that you can see on Wario Stadium, this could be a great opportunity to pick up some points. That's interesting, Cheech choosing to use the star here when there is a shock in play. If you anticipate that Uno's going to be saving that for the jump, you might be able to get a shock dodge, especially since you wouldn't be Uno's main target if he's taking the match situation into account. But I suppose, who am I to argue with Cheech's strategies? Oh, Mr. Ponytail gets a star. I think that was the second place star, so really good timing as they get there. And Cheech is just going to hold on to this bolt for a moment. I don't know if they're going to cycle to try and get closer. They do hit a fib, but they get rewarded with a lightning bolt anyway. So, lost lightning bolt instantly found. Mr. Ponytail going over this big jump. For you players who are newer to Versus, you can over jump this set of item boxes that Vic is going for right now, and now you see on Uno. Oftentimes you want to go over that either at an angle or slow down just slowly. Uno drops back into fourth for a moment here, picks up a star. Interesting, Cheech choosing to use the lightning here, and have we checked that Cheech doesn't have the magical ability to manipulate item luck? Because he is just getting everything right now. Okay, we have a really tight battle between Vic and Cheech. Cheech with his star. Oh man, I'm just admiring Vic Valor's time trial skills, taking these hairpins really tight. Cheech, I didn't quite see what caused them to spin out, but this allowed Vic to get back into second. And we have this bolt in play, so what's going to happen here? Okay, no great item from Cheech, and everyone's going to get stopped. Mr. Ponytail taken down. It's going to get Uno, I think, at least a point, maybe more. Vic Valor has red shells. Uno's going to try and go left, and does make it over. Now in first, there's a red shell coming, but this is an opportunity to get some points if they can get the item. No, they cannot. Cheech the only one with an item here. This shroom is going to be huge for moving ahead of everyone else, and DK manages to get first as Vic Valor picks up 2 points and Uno just the one. 6-13. All right, we have a 1 point difference between second and third right now between Vic Valor and Mr. Ponytail. It has been pointed out to me that I tend to say Vic Valor a lot because I'm used to just reading his name, but I'm almost certain that it is Vic Valor. Apologies if I get that wrong, and anybody else today. But we have a lot of exciting matches here, and sometimes details like how to speak slip my mind. Vic Valor out in first, Mr. Ponytail in fourth, although in a close battle. And this could be a big reversal of fortunes. Vic Valor has had a very intense load today with a tough quarterfinals match against Jimbo and myself and Luke and I, as we had 3 players essentially tied throughout. Did make it through in the second spot and meant that they got dropped into this match with Cheech and Mr. Ponytail, 2 group winners. Instead of, if they had won, they'd be with 2 runners-up and only 1 other winner. We are getting off into the start of lap 3. I think I do hear a blue shell coming, and it does hit Mr. Ponytail. But we've got all the top 3 players pretty close here. Uno not far behind, and we got a battle. That shell is going to take Cheech and cost them some time. And but they will get a second place item, so they're not too far behind. These shrooms are a little bit nice, but you can't use them too much here. It's just going to pick up a tiny bit of time. Ooh, Mr. Ponytail goes wide around that penguin while Cheech takes the inner line and drags an item behind, just faster driving. You know, we talk so much about the items. This is a racing game. Sometimes it just comes down to your lines, and Cheech had the better lines there and is going to get rewarded with 3 points. While Mr. Ponytail will get just the 2. He's gonna... Oh! Uno almost snuck through on Vic Valor, but Vic gets 3rd and limits the damage to Mr. Ponytail. Alright. Just entering the stores here. And they've got another 3 for Cheech and 1 for Vic Valor. Alright, off onto Royal Raceway. We've got 6 tracks left. And this is sort of the point in a lot of matches where things either get real intense or you sort of start like things are slipping away from you. You know, we've got Cheech and Uno still both in their positions. I think it'll be a little difficult to make up 9 points in 6 tracks for Uno, but it's definitely still possible. But if it does come down to Valor versus Mr. Ponytail, what would you like to see? Do you want to see Mr. Ponytail trying to defend his title in the finals? Or would you see like to see Valor, some new blood, and maybe a new champion here? Valor has won, I believe, some events in the past, including the first PA meet, which was a little bit smaller, but he has made many finals in the past, and is a strong competitor for sure. I'm not surprised at all that they are giving Mr. Ponytail such a run for their money. We have some power items on screen. We've got a star for both Cheech and Vic Valor. However, opposite situations, Cheech in first, Valor in fourth. Cheech able to blank that blue shell by firing off that star and getting the invulnerability. Not able to get full usage out of its speed necessarily, but avoiding a negative can be just as good as adding a positive. And okay, chat is pointing out, our organizer Glass, that Vic also won Wisco Kart Meet 2024, so very strong player, and honestly went out in a PA meet in the quarterfinals, but that was due to a really unfortunate group draw with both Cheech and Hua, and you know, that also, there were some scorekeeping errors, to be honest, that contributed to that. So we expect Vic to generally make the semifinals and oftentimes the finals when he plays. We have Cheech out in first yet again on lap 3. We have all 3 of the Toads on the ramp. Very close race here. Mr. Ponytail trying to get some straight stretch mini turbos to make it close. We've got about 1/1000, 2-1, you know, maybe less than a second and a half. That lightning bolt by Uno is probably going to get them into second on this match, if not first. Not going to be able to pick up on Cheech, but this will get a point there. Now then, Vic is in front of Mr. Ponytail as they both have the shrooms, but can't use them for a little bit after getting unshrunk. So we have a 1-point match for second here. right, we got 5 races. We got a 1-point difference between second and third. Uno picking up some points, which they will strongly need if they were able to move ahead from this match. They're going to start going to need a lot of firsts. But you see, the trouble here is that even when Uno beats Mr. Ponytail and Vic Valor, Cheech is sponging up so many of those first places that you need to start beating him as well in order to start making up the gap. But still, 7 points in 5 races is possible for sure. Cheech with a 14-point lead. Yeah, Cheech has secured his spot in the finals, I'm pretty sure. Because even if Vic Valor made up the 15 points, that would mean that Mr. Ponytail wouldn't be able to win. And we are going to see another Wah versus Cheech showdown in the finals. Also with DK Bonanza, another strong player, and we are still working to figure out who that 4th player in the finals will be. But our number 1 and number 2 seeds from the prelims will be there. We've got lightning coming out from Vic Valor, and that's slow down a lot of players on the spiral. We've got a lot of shells, so players are going to be colliding a bit with each other. Mr. Ponytail doesn't make the small version of that jump. We have a red shell hitting them as they're being picked up by Lakitu. That just seems rude, I'm going to be honest. But Uno in second here with a boo. Another great opportunity to maybe pick up some points. They are being closely followed behind by Vic Valor, but if they can get through this gap, they find the inside line. But Vic Valor, I think, has gotten closer and getting slowed down by the thwomps. Both of them hit the same thwomp. Uno gets a little bit better balance, has this red shell. It's going to plank off the side on that bridge that's so narrow, so Vic Valor is going to get ahead. This could be really important for both for Uno's chances and because it would let Vic Valor get a 2-point lead, as Cheech is going to pass 30 points here. But we have a really close race with Mr. Ponytail coming in with a star. Vic Valor gets a star as well. Uno is going to come in through in third, and that's going to move him ahead of Mr. Ponytail in the rankings. Right, 1 point difference between Vic Valor and Mr. Ponytail. 4 tracks left. Cheech has secured an outright first in the match now, and Uno down by 7 with only 4 tracks remaining. It's gonna be a really difficult path in order to advance from this point. Not mathematically eliminated yet, but the odds are getting quite slim to be realistic. But we have this really tight battle between Vic Valor and Mr. Ponytail. I'm going to be focusing a little bit more on the right side of the screen, as I think Mr. Ponytail is actually hitting Vic with some red shells. And the match situation is, sometimes players aren't as used to this top 2, don't play a lot of tournaments, even if they play a lot of verses, and this match situation, which player is going to be adept better to the fact that they're essentially competing against each other while also competing in a 4-player match. We have red shells from Mr. Ponytail. It's going to be difficult to pass for Vic at the moment, but and Vic does not pick up an item as Uno denies it. This is going to let Mr. Ponytail put a little bit of distance here. These red shells on this long straightaway maybe could come out, but with a fib and several bananas, I suspect Cheech might be able to block them if Mr. Ponytail does decide to fire. But for the moment, Mr. Ponytail is still holding on to those reds, as Vic also has a set of reds. Doesn't really care to use them against Uno, who then steals all of the item boxes and leaves Vic with nothing for the second time this lap. So, players shooting through some narrow gaps here. Vic finally going to be able to pick up a 4th place item, trying to get closer to Mr. Ponytail, who has just been doing some clean driving this entire lap. I don't know if they did anything more than fire maybe a single red, but Caster's course, they hit a bomb. Those red shells finally come into play. Now for the 3rd time, Vic does not get an item, although they are in 3rd now, ahead of Uno at least. Meanwhile, Cheech has quietly been front-running this course, just pulling away as the Toads battle it out at the back. Sometimes there's nothing worse than, your family dragging you down as all the Toads have to fight each other. We have Vic with a lightning. They do get both, everyone with the lightning, but spins out in the meantime. He is moving ahead of Mr. Ponytail, going to try and extend this lead. And this golden shroom from Uno might be important because if they can catch Mr. Ponytail, they could make that a 2-point gap. And see if Mr. Ponytail can pick up anything to get back into it. This is a start. It's going to be pretty close, but Vic is going to take it. They are only going to gain 1 point on Mr. Ponytail, but it's certainly an important one when the match is this close. Alright, we are at good to go for the final 3 tracks. Alright, Uno can get to a maximum of 18 points, and that would require Vic Baylor to get last in all of the matches, and then in that case Mr. Ponytail would pick up at least 3 points. So at this point, Uno, despite being a crowd favorite and everything else, unfortunately is not able to advance from this match, but Mr. Ponytail and Vic Taylor have been putting on a great show, and whichever one of them makes it out will certainly deserve their spot in the finals. Unfortunately for them, only one of them can make it. What do you think, do you think Mr. Ponytail is going to be able to make the comeback, or will Vic continue with this close victory going forward? Ooh, Vic takes that snow a little bit too hard, hits the out of bounds area. Mr. Ponytail still in third, close behind, trying to get an item. Cheech then picks up the item ahead of him, so Mr. Ponytail, despite being in second, has no item. But because he's in second, Cheech is the one that gets hit by the shell, and Vic, with some nice shrooms, is going to keep it tight. He's going to get a 4th place item here. Some more shrooms, but they could cut across the snow at the end with some of these, but uses all 3 of them before the bridge. So staying in contact with the 3 other players, going to be just behind, but probably with better items, as we see a star and a golden shroom come out. Mr. Ponytail and Vic Baylor both going very fast through the rest of this. Vic is not going to be able to pick up another item with that golden shroom active, while Mr. Ponytail does get this green shell, and that snowman hit is going to knock Vic Baylor back, and there's a red shell. They could get 4th. Mr. Ponytail is contesting for 1st place here. This could be a massive swing. We might end up with Mr. Ponytail either in the lead or tied here. Cheech is going to get yet another win, but Mr. Ponytail in second is going to pick up 2 points, move up to 18, and that is going to tie them with Vic Valor, as we have only 2 races left in this match. Alright, Uno moving on to double digits, as we have Cheech moving all the way up to 38, and Mr. Ponytail is moving to 18. Yeah, I'm just gonna say, I've played many around where I have not gotten 10 points. Uno, despite being in 4th in this match, has shown some strong carding, and has just, once we get to the semifinals, you are up against some of the best players in the world at this game. So still a strong showing by Uno, despite what will be a 4th place finish. But we have a tie right now between Vic Valor and Mr. Ponytail. Which one of them is going to advance? If they do tie after these last 2 races, we are going to have to go to a tiebreaker format. I know that Mr. Ponytail has had at least one of those before. Ooh, and Mr. Ponytail gets the shock dodge with the boo. That was Vic Valor's boo as well. They're going to be very disappointed that they couldn't make up ground here, even though those 2 players are 1 and 2. Right now, it doesn't even really matter what place you get. It matters whether you're ahead or behind the other player between those 2. Okay, we do have a star coming up from Uno. who might try to go bowling. We have this lightning bolt. Mr. Ponytail is going to play it very safe, and Mr. Ponytail falls down. This is going to let Vic Valor make up quite a bit of ground. Oh, and we had another fall. It looks like Uno did. So Cheech is now in first, but Vic Valor is now 2 places ahead of Mr. Ponytail, who is fighting with Cheech as we enter this final lap. We only have 4 laps left in this match, and this one is going to determine some points. Vic Valor ahead by 2. This could be a huge turn of events here as we are close. Oh, Cheech fired that green shell. It barely missed Vic, and Mr. Ponytail right behind Uno, who has red shells. This is going to make them very hard to catch. That red shell clonks, so it's not going to be Cheech. But we have a lightning bolt by Mr. Ponytail. When did they use it? Who uses it? Is Vic going to fall off? They stay on. I think they used the triple B. Mr. Ponytail getting hit by red shells now. There's a red shell for Vic. They aren't going to be able to use these shrooms, so Cheech is going to get another first place. Gets hung up a little bit, dodges the bomb. Vic Valor is getting 2 points, and that's going to be a 2-point lead heading into this final race over Mr. Ponytail.
13 first. You're safe. All right. Whenever you guys are ready. Ready?
All right, folks. Just to explain the stakes here, if Mr. Ponytail gets first and Vic gets last, Mr. Ponytail will advance. If Vic is only 1 place behind Mr. Ponytail or better, Vic will advance. If Mr. Ponytail wins by 2 places, we'll have a tie on points, and we will go into additional tracks for a tiebreaker. We'll explain the details if that happens. At the moment, we have Vic in second and Mr. Ponytail in third with just a blue shell. Oh, I think we got a shroom cancel there between Vic Valor, but Vic in first could be punching their ticket into the semifinal here, as Mr. Ponytail only has some shrooms and another set of shrooms. They're gonna want a better power item, like a bolt or a star, but it seems like Cheech and Uno are the ones picking those up. Vic does tumble at this point. Uno just holding onto this bolt at the moment. Are they going to use it? You know, that is their prerogative to choose how to do it in order to try and pick up more points. And Vic still a place ahead, unable to use this golden shroom until this power wears off, and they aren't going to be able to pick up additional items. They will pick up some time here, but they, I think, are going to need a little bit of good fortune in order to beat Vic Valor by 2 places at this point. They're still behind. Vic, if they can finish this before Mr. Ponytail will punch their spot in the finals. Only a single shroom here. They just have to get up and over this hill, and Vic Valor will be going to the finals. Wow, what an intense matchup. Give it up for all 4 players here. That was a really great match. We also see why Cheech is considered one of the top players in the world with a 44-point round. What an incredible accomplishment there as well. So we're gonna give these players just a little bit of a breather. You know, we're gonna take a 15-minute break here, and we are going to start the finals at 9 p.m. So, you know, these players just played a very intense match. While as the number 1 seed did get the benefit of having a little bit of rest between his semifinal and the finals, Cheech is going to have to come into it a little bit more tired perhaps, but they are both great players. I'm sure they'll adapt. And we will also see Vic Valor, who has punched a ticket into the finals, as well as Dr. DK Bonanza, and those are going to be your 4 finalists. We're going to be back very soon, and I hope you stick around.
That work on KTV was fucking great.
What was it? It's been out into the cave? Yeah,
Also,
the chat noticed.
also our dude's heavy favorite there is some safe place to interact.
Yeah, absolutely. wasn't even that. I didn't want that many. I didn't want that many. Yeah, I don't know. I think I put more pressure on myself if I set expectations. You know. I play a lot of games. Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's the best part about playing with everyone here. It's like, you know, like Uno says, it's way better playing when there's people in the voice chat. So like, it's like an IRL voice chat, and you can, you know, you can feel the camaraderie, and you can feel the salt camaraderie.
We're gonna start at 9. We're gonna give you a little bit of a breather. Yeah.
Right, first pick.
Second. I got 4-2.
Oh, you got first pick.
Yeah, already making search for him.
What else is he with? Wait, what?
I can send it to you. So I sit here, you sit there. He's sitting next to each other.
Wait, so I guess we get there's medals for the top 4, right?
No matter what, yeah.
Hey, I got a medal for there when we get a lot of people.
Every race was like a terrain.
Yeah, because they're about to start. Yeah, that was super close. That was very
Making Wisco proud.
Yeah. So much Wisco. The 3 Wisco. I just called up the Caleb Oregon take Wisco, yes.
Take that cheat sheet.
I mean, they're reasonable. But which one's doing it? Alright.
Second. Hopefully 11.
No, there's one.
Wait, I might. It's too late.
Give him a call. Tell him to bring you something back. Next round might be exactly the same round.
I might actually, like, well, it would probably not.
That was the other match. Big Valley, Big Ponytail.
I see.
It's the exit sign. You're also very red. It's cascade red. And then I think next to me, I go
All of the MK64 people are like flustered. It's really funny. Stinson, Zoria, Abby, they're all, we need to like actually have like TKR, time trials, one try segment at a party, and it'll be like really close and Dylan can't play.
Yeah, but I'll be there for that.
I don't know if I should have one. It's my DKR account. Oh, this world record.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was not certain of that. It was such a back and forth. Yeah, I can't believe how close both of those were. I was like, goddamn. Jimbo beat me. It was a weird.
I actually
Jimbo threw down.
one of my times under
What
Just 3.
You have 4. Yeah, you're 4 for a second.
Okay.
I was holding out until the last moment. I was holding out until the final.
No, you're right next to me.
No, between the cars.
Right.
Yep. Between.
Get a new cup.
We're in position.
Yahoo! Yahoo! Yahoo!
I don't even mention you gave me a discounted rate for the room, I guess. I wouldn't have to ask you for
There you go. One, on that.
Oh.
You press A and then B at the same time with your analog stick to the left or right on the down.
Oh wow. What? We're gonna bring
I think I'm good. I don't need the warm up.
Yeah, I mean, whatever you guys want to do, I'm
That's
down.
whatever.
Yeah.
Lost it again.
Yeah, that's
Why do you even going tighter would be faster? No. Apparently not always. Some sections like I can't tell what's different.
If you know, you know.
Where's my ball?
Where's my ball?
Try again tomorrow.
Let's try again tomorrow, yep. Classic card. Classic evil play card. Everyone hates this game, but every second you play, I hate this. Do you have a time sheet? God, no. You can go fast.
Anybody want a warm-up or you all?
I'm good.
I'm good.
You can.
I don't want to eat. I'm not doing it.
There's A, I like press A, and then B, and then same time.
This is way easier than what I was doing.
We're trying to do MD's introduction, and I'm wondering how much it's like where you should be.
Should be much closer because people were saying when he was sitting back, you couldn't really hear him. So the distance drops off very quickly for the power. So you could probably just pick it up if you needed a little. Should be enough slack, and I can move if you guys want.
All right, folks, we're about to do an introduction here.
Give you guys some space.
All right, if I can get everybody's attention, we are about to start our 4-player versus finals for Mario Kart 64. We are going to have MK give the introductions here, so I will let him take it away.
Live from Green Bay, Wisconsin, where the goodbyes take longer than 100 laps of Rainbow Road, welcome everybody to the Wisco Kart 2026 Grand Championships. Before we begin, I would like to give a special award for the best username of the event, Refill the Snack Machine! And now, introducing our finalists. Player 1, the doctor is in, and his prescription for you is to take 1 red shell per track for 16 tracks. These doctor's orders can only come from the 24 PA champ. Schedule that appointment with Dr. DK Bonanza. Player 2. He's the champion of the 25 PA meet and the newly crowned Summer Kart champ.
Wait a minute, he's at 25 mine.
Wait, hold on. Wait, are you...
Technical difficulty.
Not the champion.
You're player 2, right?
Yeah.
He's not the champion. I'm player 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's saying what? He's saying you.
Oh.
Yeah, 25.
I thought
Well, we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I'm going in order, so you're
my
next.
bad, sorry.
All right, take two.
We'll fix it in post.
We'll add it in post.
Okay, player 2. He's the champion of the 25 PA meet and the newly crowned Summer Kart champ. And tonight, he wants to keep that trophy right here in Wisconsin. Let's hear your best Wario impression for Player 3. From the West Coast to the Midwest, he wants to prove that he's the best. From Lincoln City to Bayshore Park Beach, make some noise for the one and only
Which one?
Player 4. The veteran victor of PA 23 and Wisco 24 vehemently vows to vanquish his victims in his venture to vaunt another versus victory. Vault the volume in this vivacious venue for Vic Valor. All right, everyone, you know what time it is. Are you ready? Yeah! Let's play some
That great introduction from MK. We're gonna hit the lights and we are gonna get started here. I'm joined by Uno, and we are happy to be here for the finals.
I can say it like that. True.
Mario Kart After Dark.
All right, here we go. As soon as you're ready.
I'm ready.
Oh, we have to do the traditional Cheech selfie, I think.
Yeah, Cheech doing the final selfie.
Or not. Oh.
We gotta hurry up.
Who is everybody rooting for in the finals? We got 4 really great players here. We have just
Yeah, here's the Cheech selfie. Now he finally got in. He's gotten to get everybody behind him too. So we got Dr. DK Bonanza looking to make some noise in the finals. His brother Wamaster coming in after a pretty high round. Cheech coming in after a 46-point round, basically.
Vic Valor had 2 really intense matches today. One fighting Jimbo and me, and this most recent one against Mr. Ponytail, but came out on top.
Yeah, he's battle tested, so he just lets things settle in. So this one, it can only crown one. It's not top 2 advance. It's winner take all here in Wario, Wisconsin, Lawmaster, Cheech, DK, also DK, both initials DK.
All right, starting in
Good luck, y'all.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Speaking of the double DK, we're starting on DK.
It's almost like a triple DK. I mean, Cheech was saying last match he couldn't tell who was who between the Toads, and now there's 2 DKs.
Yeah.
Ooh, Cheech starts with a lightning bolt.
Yeah,
I
just
think
goes
that's the
in.
first time I've seen a lap 1 lightning bolt today.
Yeah. Fires it off, gets around all the shells. Big Valor into the... It gets squished by the fruit after he gets bounced over. Unfortunate for him. He's got to drive all the way around because that would be a shortcut if you jumped up one from that side.
Yeah, really rough start from Big Valor, but fortunately it is lap 1, so they do
Yeah.
have some time to come back, although they don't get the 4th place item, going a little bit too far on the jump. And Cheech off to a good start. Master with some red shells. And what do we get there? Just some bananas.
Some bananas. He's going to definitely probably hold these to trap the ramp for the jump, but...
Alright, see a lot of shrooms on screen. Not a lot that's going to change
fires
my
them off.
position. DK Bonanza took that cave hill really sharply, but did a great job. And we see a shot from Vic. This is going to let Cheech get further out
Yeah.
ahead, but it is going to get Vic Valor into the race for second. So I think making a calculated decision there
Yeah.
based on the relative position for the players.
Excellent item manipulation by Big Valor there. He was able to jump far left, missed the items, but he had a star, so he really didn't need them. And canceled out the red from Lawmaster.
Now we have a boo from Vic, so if one of the further players back does get a lightning bolt, they probably won't be able to time. Although they use it to steal the red shells right here, maybe having dreams of catching up with Cheech, or just trying to cycle items so they can pick up more, but leaving themselves a little bit vulnerable if somebody gets a lightning bolt.
Yeah, he also can't just sit in second place. He gets hit off again. 2 out of 3 laps. He's way in the jungle, folks. Oh my god.
I don't think I even knew you could go that far in the
excellent
jungle.
AV spin recovery, though. Like, he basically got back into the shape of things. And he's going to look to chase down Dr. DK Bonanza, who fires off a blue, coming for Cheech. But Cheech is going to finish this before anything happens. He's so far up.
Cheech decides to pick up an item here, cause a little bit more chaos.
Puts the deke on the inside. So if we're trying to use these... mushrooms, he's going to get hit with the deke, and sure enough, wide on the inside, he gets canceled. He's going to get switched, which is going to allow DK Bonanza with a 2. Vic Valor can't quite get it. Wow, a huge win for DK on his home course. Both DKs top 2 on their own courses because you get a 10% speed boost for your character with the tournament ROM. Just kidding, not really.
All right, what a wild ending here. I wonder if that was a calculated decision from Cheech, realizing Wall was in second and trying to make it a little bit more difficult for them to finish cleanly.
Yeah, he definitely lined up that decoy, which Lawmaster almost hit, but it was the lightning bolt that sent him into the jungle.
Ooh, so we got a spin out for DK Bonanza, but not hit by the star, so not nearly as bad as it could have been. Vic trying to take the fast jump, does make it, and
he had 2 wheels up.
wow, all 4 players making the hairpin. Very impressive driving. You know, we've seen a lot of players fall off with that, and all 4 players with speed item.
Yeah, speed item's going to cut this grass, so it's not going to allow any of them to catch through, although we have a star coming through, which is a little bit more risky, as he can bonk a player if he wants to go bowling. This is the first set of items.
So we have an extremely tight race here between all 4 players on Yoshi Valley. Rare that you see it this tight on lap 2, but everybody's going to be going for the hairpin at the same time, basically. Wah makes it. We have Cheech doesn't make it.
Yeah, Cheech misses.
And Cheech are first fall on Yoshi Valley while the other 3 players make it through.
Yeah, nothing's trapped on it, so it's going to be a clean hairpin for lap 3 as of right now. It depends on what items they get to lay some traps, but we got Cheech coming in with the gold.
Cheech used that gold a little bit early and was extremely risky on that jump, although if you're already in 4th place, it is reasonable to try and take some more risk. Vic Valor gets a really long tumble, is getting stuck on the entrance to this bridge. This is going to allow Dr. DK Bonanza to get closer, and now that those red shells are gone, he'll have a little bit more room to work with, but still has green shells to contend with.
Yeah, Wah first to the bridge. He's going to outrace this blue most likely. Cheech over with the star. DK Bonanza falls off. That's going to allow Cheech to come back and get a point.
Ooh, Cheech barely missed getting hit by that blue. That could have been really a disaster for them, but looks like they should be able to pick up that single point.
Yeah, so we have Wah first, Vic Valor second, Cheech in third. It's going to bring our scores to 2-4-4-2 after 2 tracks.
Yeah, shout outs to Palindromes as we have some metric scores going on here.
We're on the Banshee Boardwalk here. Mario Kart After Dark, we get to play the nighttime track of Banshee Boardwalk. Early lightning bolt, everyone stays on, but Wahmaster gets angled wrong at the little railing.
And you know, Wahmaster, Cheech, and Vic have a long history playing together. They were all finalists at the 2025 PA Meet where Wah and Cheech tied, and then they also all participated in Awesome Games Done Quick together where Wah and Cheech also tied. We're only missing Pokermon from that group who unfortunately was not attending, but another...
In Summer Kart Finals, Wah and Cheech also tied.
Seriously, these two players are more evenly matched than you can imagine. I don't know how they keep ending up tying.
I think it's shenanigans.
So, Cheech, I'm aware of, I think, 4 live in-person events that he has attended, 2 PA meets, a Wisco, and a Summer Kart, and he has finished second in all 4 of those. Really strong player, but yet to get one of these major wins. Oh, and that was wise by Cheech, seeing that Wah was coming through and just slowing down while Wah had the star, letting him get out of the way.
The banana peel sends him off into the Kool-Aid. It's going to allow Vic Valor with his star to catch up. He's not too far behind DK Bonanza. But he's going to need to cycle these shrooms for something else as he fires that off. He gets a star, big power item, but DK Bonanza also has a star.
Yeah, second and third with stars. This is going to be tough for Cheech, who only has red shells here, in order to catch up with this group of 3. But we have a really tight race between the top 3. Wahmaster in first still. Vic spinning out.
And yeah, misses the item, so did DK Bonanza, so it's probably going to stay like this, barring anything crazy. There's the lightning bolt. It came out a little late. DK Bonanza was potentially going off Vic Valor. Another 2-wheel staying on the side. Can he make it to the final? Oh, he gets sniped at the end. Oh my gosh. It's kind of hard to Xenoslide when you're small. Like, I don't even know if Xenoslide when you're small works, but that's going to bring us to 4-7-5-2. Big win for Wahmaster as he takes the early 2-point lead. And now we go to Rainbow Road.
Yeah, that was an incredibly close finish, and she's driving through Vic and basically popping him off as they finished vertically.
Yeah, it was insane.
I wish I would have had like a side view, you know, like they get for motorsports or whatever.
Oh yeah,
the actual photo finishes.
Yeah,
that would have been really fun there.
That can come in the next tournament ROM update.
Yeah, for sure.
Photo finish mode when it's like under 0.1.
All right, we are off on Rainbow Road along this coast, and Dr. DK Bonanza
into the void. Oh my goodness.
Narrowly leading, but that's enough for the blue shell to knock him off and lose quite a bit of time there.
Yeah, coming down that little S turn, it's such a height drop that you're going to get hit above, even if you have blockers. That blue came over Vic Valor as he shot a red off to the side, but we're feeding DK 1 banana, saving some for the course, but he at least feeds DK. So we'll see if the good karma pays off as he paid his tribute. There's a different DK that he wants to feed on this course than the neon artwork, but
the neon artwork is so good though, to be honest. It's such a nice touch on this course. Ooh, we do see another blue shell.
Yeah.
Could we get a second player?
Oh, and
Um,
now Vic Valor's off just from some unfortunate turn and spinning.
I was saying, could we get a second knocked off as that happened? I was going to say from the blue shell,
Yeah.
but no, Wah stays on. This does let Cheech get out into first. I do think there were some red shells. I'm not sure they're going to connect as he hugs this left turn here and does have a blocker as well. It doesn't seem too concerned considering he's not pulling out a blocker here. So.
Yeah, they both straighten up and jump over the chain chomp. Lap 2, it's important. Dr. DK jumps over the chain chomp, and I think the chain chomp's going to be coming at the top, and Vic Valor jumps just in time. I think it would have been a little far left, but either way, they're all clean into lap 2.
Yeah, knowing the chain chomp cycles can be a big advantage here, but of course it's difficult to keep track with everything else going on.
Yeah.
And as your timing gets more and more variable throughout the race, it is more and more difficult.
Wow, Cheech had to avoid the chain chomp, was going to spin out, recovered, but then had triple greens coming from him from behind from Dr. DK.
Yeah, it's a lot of traffic there, Cheech does, but still in third, Vic Valor a little bit more behind. We got a tight race as Wawmaster back snipes Dr. DK Bonanza.
DK getting fed in the middle of the course, hitting the banana peel, but he's able to recover. Blue shells coming out for Wawmaster. He just hits the brakes hard. He says, I don't want to hit this. Now they're both jockeying for who's it going to hit. It ends up hitting Wawmaster anyway.
All right, we got DK's in the lead, both of them right now, but Wallmaster close behind. We do have a lightning. This is going to be annoying for Wallmaster because they can't use this last shroom, and they might go through this item set. I think they're actually just slowing down so that they can get this fourth item. It takes a lot longer to be able to use an item when you unshrink than you might think.
Item cycle, yeah. So unfortunately, he didn't want to see the blue come out, but he'll fire it off and look to cycle another fourth place item. He does end up hitting Cheech before lap 3.
I think Cheech was trying to get that blue to bonk on that sidewall there, but couldn't quite manage.
Yeah, I've noticed he's bonked it a few times this meet, right at that exact same spot.
And Cheech did hit that bomb at the top of the hill. There's so many bombs on this starting, straightaway that I'm not really sure why, because there's not that high of a density anywhere else. But Cheech gets run over there, and we have Wah back in first with 3 reds. We have a blue by Vic Valor. I think there was a race there between that.
He probably didn't even go for it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, DK Bonanza, you can use lightning bolts when you're small, I believe. So
Yeah, you can.
I guess they waited until the last moment that they could safely use it.
So we're halfway through lap 3 here. We just have reds out with green as a blocker for DK. Blocks 1.
Got some more reds, but DK hugging the wall, not able to get around it. So this is going to let Vic Valor move into second. Meanwhile, Wah still has all 3 reds, so...
Oh, wow. Cheech get blanked on the item. Cheech was in third place when he passed Dr. DK Bonanza, but the item went to him. So Dr. DK ends up getting a 4th place gold shroom.
All right, we've got a tight bunch, but it's going to be difficult to pass with all these red shells up front. Those are going to have to really choose their moment.
Lightning bolt.
Has a dilemma here. Chooses to use it. He's going to move up into second. This red shell bonks.
Yeah, bonks 1 red, but Wah is on the straight, so this is going to be really hard for DK to pass. I think he's just going to take his 2nd place.
I mean, he'll try, but I don't think he can do anything, and he's just going to get the points. Vic and DK crossed on the line.
Yeah.
Vic in front. He's going to pick up 1 point there.
Safe place there. Just play for second. If you try to go too hard, you could tumble and end up getting in third. So 4-10, 7-3 are the scores as we head into Luigi Raceway.
All right, 10 points for Wallmaster out of a possible 12. Only 3 points ahead. And in the courses as chaotic as Mushroom Cup, that's nowhere near a safe lead, but...
Yeah. Wah's definitely, literally and figuratively, going to try and get the monkey off his back on Luigi Raceway and win this one. But he's got 2 monkeys chasing him down.
I mean, it's a barrel full of fun.
Barrel full of fun,
when you have 2 monkeys.
that little barrel of monkeys game where you play as a little kid, where like you can never figure out how many you can get.
Oh man. Cheech out in front. Got some red shells from Vic that's going to slow them down quite a bit. And Wah has 3 reds of their own and is just going to waltz into first place.
Yeah, he'll take it. He sandbags, tries to get the blue and then gets hit. Sandbag strats for sure coming in here. They're going to speed through the first turn because there's no items on the turn on the first stretch. It's only the item block on the second turn of Luigi Raceway.
One little detail is these players are really good at seeing where the player ahead of them is going to grab an item and then aiming for a different item block so that they don't get, they don't go over the spot before the item has respawned.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Cheech with a star in 4th. Are they going to use this on this first corner or are they going to wait a little? But yes, they use it on the first. Cycles, only red shells, but they're going to get another opportunity. They're trying to catch up with DK Bonanza, who gets hit by a shell.
Yeah.
And then...
Oh, he fires the red and actually misses. Goes straight. Now he's out of speed items with Wahmaster coming through on the grass.
All 3
fighting,
other players are going
shroom
the
on
grass.
shroom. This is going to who takes the better line. Vic Valor ends up getting it.
Wow.
So Wah does beat the monkeys, but he doesn't get first place. Huge win for Vic Valor there. That brings him to 6. So we have 5, 12, 7, 6.
That was a problem, but I had to keep it that way to get the top 2 spot. That's all I needed.
All right, good.
So Wah interested in finishing top 2, not necessarily trying to win, as you hear the players talk amongst themselves between the tracks.
Yeah, and...
Interesting strategy in the finals.
Well, when you're already in the lead, if you can get some consistent 2 points per track, that will take you very far unless somebody else really pops off.
Oh, yeah. I went really far when I was in a round with Wah, and I got second place almost every single time.
All right. But with your 3 opponents splitting most of the other points here, this is working out pretty well for Wah so far.
Yeah, that's kind of what happened in the last semifinal as well. Vic Valor with the big bolt on Moo Farm.
Alright. We got some green shells trying to snipe from Wahmaster.
Another bolt comes out. Oh, he runs into the fake. There's no items there. He's going to fire it off to try and, stem the bleeding a little bit, but he's going to cycle and get some 4th place items and see what he picks up.
This golden stream is really awkward when Wahmaster has those red shells. And as I say that, he just gets taken out there. Cheech out in 1st now. Could be picking up a couple points here against Wahmaster. Would definitely want them. Tries to line up to get some more items, but actually ends up missing them all. Just going to try and take the inside line and falls back to 4th.
A little bit of a lead here for Vic Valor as he goes into lap 3. These reds are coming in from behind him.
He might be able to grab an item first to defend. Okay, just a banana.
Yeah, those double reds were coming in hot.
I have heard that you can potentially block 2 reds with 1 banana if they're close enough together.
Yeah, it's frame perfect, yeah.
Incredibly difficult, but does manage to lower the risk there, get some triple shrooms, and hoping to get at least 2nd, maybe 1st. I think there's this blue shell coming out, and it's going to be a really interesting dynamic here at the end of lap 3.
Yeah, DK Bonanza gets the star. He's going to be able to cut the moles. He hits Toad.
No.
Hits Toad at the end. DK for the win. Wahmaster 2nd. Vic Valor ends up getting 3rd, and Cheech in 4th. Big point swing there. It's going to allow DK 8, 14, 7, 7.
3, 2, 1.
We're going to head to KTB next. So players clearly are out for Wahmaster as he has a 6-point lead on DK, who's 1 point ahead of Cheech and Vic Valor.
Yeah, I mean, if you're picking up 2 points every round and your opponents are splitting the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th point, they're only picking up 1 on average per track.
Absolutely.
So Wah doing great just with a lot of 2nd places here. Ooh.
Oh, wow. Huge bonk. Wahmaster doesn't take out any of the...
Vic Valor made the backup, but then fell into the cave anyway.
Yeah, and they put him way out, so he can't even do anything. They didn't even put him back in the tunnel.
All right. right, we got a battle here between Wah and Cheech. Cheech with the shrooms.
Oh, he's gonna drop the deep, but Wahmaster just goes over to get an item. Lines up. Excellent driving there by Wahmaster to just avoid the trap that Cheech was gonna lay.
It is much harder to make that jump. I mean, it's not easy to make it from the left, and then when you have to deal with landings or like the weird polygons on the right, it becomes even harder. So that is pretty impressive driving.
Yeah, Cheech misses the 4th place item glitch, but he'll take the fallout by using the green on Wahmaster to get a little bit of space between them.
Vic is trying to cycle some items there, fires the lightning bolt early. This is going to give an opportunity for the other players ahead of him to use the jump.
nice deep by Cheech. There's a bunch of traps, so they're not necessarily trapping the ramp. They're trapping like the entrance to right there. So Vic Valor ends up hitting it and then follows forward with the more bananas.
All right, Cheech picking up 3, gonna gain 1 point on Wallmaster here and gets another second, as we've been talking about.
And Vic Valor finishes 3rd, so that's gonna bring the scores updated here. We got Dr. DK Bonanza with 8 points, Wahmaster with 16, Cheech with 10, and Vic Valor with 8 as we head into Calamari Desert after Koopa Trooper Beach shenanigans. That was interesting to see. They didn't trap the ramp, they just trapped the pre-ramp.
Yeah, I wonder like how many levels these mind games go.
Yeah, the new meta
It starts being, you know, everybody expects you to trap one thing, so you trap the other thing that like maybe isn't as good, and then they start expecting that. Oh, Cheech was dropping the bananas there so that one of them would hit that red shell and he could save additional bananas.
Yeah, excellent play there. Because if you don't save any of them, then they just all, you hear that little bowling sound and then they all just get splattered around. Star Bolt combo by Wahmaster. He's out racing this red. Oh, does he get clipped? He gets clipped in. Oh my God. What?
I think this is the second match in a row where that has happened to Wallmaster.
Oh my God. Extra star is no longer a thing.
This happened to Wah in his semifinals as well, and somehow he came back and got points from it.
Has to drive a country mile back down the train tracks. So far behind. Look at the sprites in the progression menu here as Vic Valor ends up hitting one of the bombs.
We've got a star from Cheech here while in first, basically. So gonna be extending their lead, and a golden shroom from Dr. DK Bonanza. They've been holding on to it for a little bit. Gonna use it now. These green shells from Vic are going to be dangerous, and we have a Boo out.
He gets the 4th place steal. Not the ideal item that he wanted. He was hoping for something else, but either way, he's gonna fire that blue off, and it's going for Cheech.
Yeah, it could, depending on what other items happen. Oh, Cheech taking the far left line in order to try and avoid that blue. And I just saw it go past. The blue shell basically follows the track until it gets close enough to the first place player. So if you're way off to the side, sometimes it just won't notice you.
Yeah, doing hill hops over it. So he's gonna avoid the train. First over the sand. Vic Valor's a little bit behind. He does get speed items to cut the sand, but he's going to need something else to catch up with Cheech. Yeah. Cheech does have a blocker, though.
Vic and DK, both with the speed items. They're getting pretty tight of a bunch here, so whatever these items are might determine it in the end.
Oh, the backward snipe by Cheech. Huge play. Shroom on shrooms. Cheech in first. Dr. DK Bonanza. The Xeno slides in. Barreling down. We got 10, 16, 13, 9.
All right, a rare 4th place there from Wah, but we at the halfway point, and he still does have the lead as we enter his favorite track of Wario Stadium.
Yeah, he's gonna want revenge after getting clipped into the train tracks on that one.
And one of the dynamics of a finals match versus the rest of the tournament that we've had is, in most matches, the top 2 players advance, but in the finals, everybody wants to be the sole winner. So it's just a different dynamic in terms of who you target and who you're trying to get points against.
Yeah. Nice wide slide there by Vic Valor to make sure he got an item. Unfortunately, it was a green, but he fires it backwards.
Okay, yeah, and Vic with 9 points, still in 4th place at the halftime. I mean, at this rate, it's very rare that you get matches with everybody getting at least 18 points. So we will have to see if there's some separation, but everybody is definitely within contention here for a finals win, even though we're already halfway through the match.
Oh, double bolt out. This is going to
We've
be
got
interesting.
the game of chicken
They're
going
both
on.
going to fire. Like, it has to. Yeah, they both fire. 2 falls off.
I think they
What?
both got distracted by what
Everybody. No, everybody but Wamaster. Yeah. Wa Stadium. Wa's the only one that gets over, but they're going to be racing pretty hard to catch up, but they're also going to be hitting each other. So that could allow Wa to just pull away. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's I've talked about how players kind of want to target the leader, but if you have your opponents right next to you,
Yeah.
it starts becoming sort of a prisoner's dilemma thing
Yeah.
of like,
Well, we got a little bribery. Wa saying he's giving 50 Wa coins to each person as Cheech just feeds Vic Valor with a whole string of bananas. And speaking of bananas, Wa's trapping the last turn before the time trial shroom spot.
Magic Lapras, there are like, you can be as mean as you want with items in this tournament. There's no gentlemen's agreements here. This is the rule set that we play by, and it's very unforgiving and mean and chaotic. It's a lot of fun to watch, and it can be fun and frustrating at times to play.
Yeah. Cheech with the star, makes sure he fires off and gets a 4th place item.
We have a lot of speed items out on the board right now.
Shrooms.
Oops, all shrooms. Ooh, Cheech came very close to hitting DK Bonanza right there with the star. We almost had some Kong on Kong violence, but Vic Valor still in second. Doesn't get any items. Cheech is going to get a 4th place item. Does have the star, dodges the banana, and just wants to hold on to the star for a little bit. So we'll see exactly when he chooses to use it. Might want to just get some more 4th place items beforehand. DK Bonanza, I'm not sure if he tumbled there, but ends up behind. Cheech has to break quite a bit to pick up that item set going over that jump.
Yeah. Wa's just looking for his boo to prove that he's got the God tier RNG manipulation.
Alright.
Bananas for DK. Spins out. Maybe he's going to be able to trap.
I mean,
More
there
traps
just
on the turn.
haven't been lightning bolts for...
There it is. Speaking of lightning bolt.
I guess I should have read further in the script, right? Now, since DK Bonanza is in 4th, do they target Wa? That's the dilemma they have
You could
right
tell
now.
he was screen watching because he clipped into the wall. He's Wa's just trying to go for the dodge. He doesn't get it, but that's going to allow it. Yeah, then he just plays it safe.
Cheech
A star
with
from
the star.
Cheech.
Wa
Wa's
does get
over.
a back up, but Cheech with the star is going to have an opportunity to catch up here.
I think Wa's too far. He avoids the last trap of the banana.
Yeah, I think with some red shells, maybe that would have been enough, but not with just...
Wow, with the
bananas.
win. The banana peels are too late, but they were right in his path. Cheech second. DK Bonanza third. Huge win for Wa Master after that KD fiasco. So we're at 11, 19, 15, and 9. 4-point lead going into Sherbetland.
Only 7 tracks left here in Wisco Meet, unless we have a tie, but we'll get into that if it happens.
They're all nice around the Penguins. They double slide. Vic Valor splits the goalpost as both DKs sandbag at the same time. Oh, nice
what a
green.
snipe. Vic Valor taking the wider path, but traps that narrow area, stays in first, nobody hits it. Not going for any items, some of the back players are. Wa tries to do micro adjustments to get one, doesn't end up, so DK Bonanza just in third, but he's caught up on the wall and lost some time there, so it's probably going to even out unless he hits a big one and falls in.
Little PBS and then a bomb for Cheech.
Alright. Well, the other player sandbagged and let Vic Valor get out in front, and I'm wondering if they're maybe regretting this choice right now because he's just trying to run away with this race. Although these red shells from Lawmaster could be pretty dangerous. He's gonna have to. Yeah, Vic Valor gets around that corner, and if he wants to pick up some more items, might have to dump these red shells at some point.
Yeah, these reds he might be close enough. He's gonna fire them off here. Nope, he's gonna keep them for defense or sandbagging. And yeah, he sandbags and gets punished by Cheech pulling a star. And then this lightning bolt has to get used. I mean, he's basically got to give a shock dodge to Cheech. Because otherwise, like, you're too late.
If you wait it out, you're just not going to get any points. So you have to do that. So this is going to let Cheech get first. And
big win for Cheech.
But Wall only picks up 1 point here, so this does tighten up things.
Another one. Oh, wow. Is he going to get there? No. What a line, though. Dr. DK Bonanza was taking the tightest line there to try and hit that point in. Unfortunate, but we're at 11, 20, 18, 11. 2 point. Royal Raceway.
So there's a double tie right now.
My favorite versus course map. I think this one's going to be a real fun one to watch.
I'm really glad that Royal Raceway has the backup because I think it'd be a little too punishing if there was no way to get across the jump after the lightning bolt.
Yeah.
But it does require players to, have a bit of skill and awareness in order to. And plus, it's an interesting, risky decision players can go for.
Yeah, we were talking about the meta with the traps on KTB ramp versus pre-ramp, and then you have the bolt on this ramp versus the bolt on the hairpin turn, and different strategies for sure. Big Valor gets hit by Cheech going bowling with the star.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was even aimed for. I think we were just taking the same line there.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes, you gotta just let the player in front pass, but you can't really do that when you're on such a sharp corner there that you need to take the inside line or lose a lot of time. Ooh, back snipe from Cheech, I think. So
yeah, that was huge. And blue comes out for Vic Valor, so that's gonna hit Cheech close to the hairpin.
Yeah, we'll have to wait to see exactly when this does happen. I was nervous there for a second that would hit him right at the edge, but he's gotten around and it's actually bought him quite a bit more time.
Yeah, I think he bonked it by taking it right there at the hairpin. So
dude, these players are able to bonk in spots I didn't even know existed. It's crazy. Okay, we've got even more traps on this corner here. What's gonna happen?
Oh my
God!
That was split the defenders.
I'm pretty sure Vic and I made the exact same face of oh my god when he got through that.
Yeah.
Alright, Law avoids the bananas, does lose a shell in the process, just has the one red. Vic has the mushroom, but he's going to have to get hit by this red shell. We've got a golden shroom and a boo, and she says, thank you, I will take that. Everybody's exploding, and just letting Cheech further out in front.
Oh, wow, almost falls in. Going a little too hard.
I mean, a good recovery there, but Law is falling back. Items could play a big role in this if anybody gets a lightning bolt.
The red connected with DK. That was...
and then he gets caught up. Does recover quite well. A lot of people have to do a full 360 there.
Yeah,
but,
nice AB spin recovery.
Did fall behind Wallmaster at the moment. All right, Cheech is over the jump, and now
lightning
the lightning
bolt.
comes out.
This has got to go for Wall.
DK.
Yeah, he's just going to go target his brother.
Yeah, I think he got it to try and pick up the 1 point, but...
frame perfect. Oh my god, what a frame perfect. And then he spins, but he cancels it, so he's over safely.
All right.
Plays for the point. This is going to be huge because that's going to put Cheech in the lead at the Royal Raceway.
Yeah,
as we use we have a shortcut attempt. Yeah, we're not going to let him finish after that. Yeah, all black screen by Wildmaster, but that's going to bring us Cheech in the lead now, 21, Wah 20, Toad 13, DK 12.
All right, only 5 tracks left, and this is looking like it's turning into a 2-horse race. I mean, Vic Valor and DK Bonanza will need to be making up 8 or 9 points right now, and it's a tough task to do with only 5 tracks left. We have seen big comebacks before, but could we be seeing yet another Wallmaster Cheech tie in the finals?
Yeah, Vic Valor is trying to play for some bonus points. He took out a thwomp for the other competitor, so maybe that will allow him a little bit of a shock dodge later.
Yeah, when you take out the thwomps,
DK into the red Kool-Aid.
And you'll notice that the places don't actually update until DK Bonanza gets set back down. That is a property of how the places are calculated in this game, where it's based on the first player, and it just doesn't happen because the position's not getting updated at that time. All right, Vic Valor out in first.
Yeah.
This could be a much-needed win for them if they're to compete here.
Driving clean. Oh, the thwomps, that target ended up hitting Dr. DK Bonanza.
Yeah, those thwomps will target the first player into the room, so when you're far enough behind, it actually becomes even worse for you. That banana gets through
Jesus. Wow.
Ooh, we have a shock from Wallmaster.
Yeah, look at them creeping around. They're holding hands going around this. Oh, and he has to use it because the boo came out.
All right, we'll see how this plays out.
Yeah.
It might only be a 1-point difference if they finish 3rd and 4th, but Wallmaster's already up until 2nd, so that mind games might end up with Cheech losing quite a number of necessary points.
Yeah.
Vic Valor in a strong first place here, though.
Yeah, Dr. DK Bonanza hit a bomb, so that allowed Cheech to pass him cleanly.
Right, Vic's just holding on to this boo, and only got a few seconds left, so I don't know if they'll use it, but they decided they want a banana at the end here, and gonna drop it, see if it causes any chaos.
Yeah, Cheech luckily avoids Dr. DK, but I think this is going to be too little too late for this win. Adding insult to injury. Wah finishes 2nd, Cheech in 4th. That's going to put another 2-point swing to bring Wallmaster as your leader going into the final cut by 1 point, 22-21, 16-13. Still not over. Vic Valor can put together some of these wins, and he'll put himself right in the thick of things.
All right, yeah, I mean, that was quite a strong result for Vic Valor there, picking up 3 points, and it's better for them that Wallmaster got the 2 as he was trailing before that.
Yeah.
But of course that becomes a reversal of fortune of Wallmaster now ahead by 1 point with only 4 tracks left. Although we do have a blue shell coming out here from Cheech.
Yeah. We'll try and see if Toad can hold home court advantage here on Toad's Turnpike. Wah held home course on Wah Stadium, and the Monkeys got first place on DK Jungle Parkway.
Absolutely, everybody. All the characters, I think, have a track in this game. All right, we've got 1 point remaining with 1 point difference with 1 cup left between the leaders. Who do you think is taking it? Is it going to be Wallmaster winning another tournament here? Is Cheech going to get his first win? Or do you think it's going to be someone else? We still got Vic Valor and DK Bonanza in this match here.
Oh, he wanted to go bowling so hard. He just missed it. This green's coming in. It causes Vic Valor to just drive straight, but he has to hop over the bomb, but avoids the green.
Yeah, sometimes it's not even the collisions, it's just that Vic Valor had to be too worried and couldn't get an item there, which allowed Wah to move into first.
Yeah.
All right. Cheech down by 2.
Oh, look at this green coming in. That was such a good green. This one is 2, yeah.
And I think Vic knows that Cheech doesn't want to target him, and that is allowing them to be a little bit more aggressive.
That banana peel throw was excellent by Vic Valor as well.
All right, we've got some tight lines here. We got a red shell. DK Bonanza is going to stay on the course. Those can pop you up and over, so you have to be very aware of when they're going to collide with you on a course like Toad's Turnpike.
Yeah, Wallmaster just took all the items. So it didn't allow DK Bonanza or Vic Valor to get an item in that set. Now we have reds coming behind Vic Valor, but he slows down because he didn't want to get hit off into the side.
And this is being good news for Wallmaster out in front as Cheech has to eat a shell here and is falling back into fourth. If this 1 point difference turns into a 4 point difference, that moves it pretty strongly in favor of Lawmaster with 3 tracks left. Not insurmountable, but certainly much would be the best possible result there for Lawmaster. But there is this blue coming in, so
He just needs to stay close to the inside. He is getting close to the end, but doesn't clip off the side of the road. But we got some shrooms that are too late from Vic Fowler, but he's going to try and hold on to second.
all right,
Both the
Fowler
DKs.
doesn't try to cycle. Watt is going to pick this up.
Oh, lightning bolt from Dr. DK Bonanza. He
Dr.
can't
DK
pass the
Bonanza
reds
trying
though.
to time the pass at the end here so that he can get across the finish line. Does it just a little
Oh,
too soon, and
so
Cheech does pick
close.
up the point.
That's a tough play right there. Like, I mean, it's so hard to practice that and just get the timing down just right. Puts Watt 25, 22.
And 18.
Yep, 18, 13. Frap Snowland.
All right, only 3 tracks left, so that means Dr. DK Bonanza cannot catch up with Watt at this point. So we now have our championship odds down to 3 players, but Lawmaster with a 3-point lead over 3 tracks. However, we have seen bigger comebacks from later between these players.
Yeah, exactly.
We
Red
have
shell for Cheech.
Blue shell coming out here.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of a dilemma for Lawmaster because if they take out DK Bonanza, that only helps Cheech in this situation. I didn't quite see what happened.
I think he
there.
threw it into the side of the wall, knowing that exact play. He didn't want to target DK Bonanza.
And
He's
now
got
there
another
are
blue.
no
and, yeah.
walls to throw this shell into, so he'll just have to hold on to it for a while or decide when to dump it.
Oh.
I mean, that's one way to get rid of it. Not one I've seen very often.
Yeah.
This lightning bolt is going to be big here. Just cycles for a 4th place item, gets a golden shroom, and Watt says, oh, I don't have to just slow you down. I can compete for the points myself.
Yep.
As he moves into 3rd with the golden shroom and could be competing for the win here. Ooh, almost gets
the
back sniped.
green, yeah. He's going to cut some of the snow, and now Cheech pulls out the lightning bolt.
And that's big because it doesn't allow Watt to use the entirety of that golden shroom.
Oh, double spin out by Cheech. He misses an item block.
And the 3rd blue shell of the match for Wallmaster. They can now use this for defense if they so choose, but they're trying to target Cheech with it almost. Doesn't quite get past them.
Yeah. Bananas and a star. Dr. DK Bonanza picks up a win. Vic Fowler is going to get 2nd. Watt in 3rd. That's going to extend his lead by 1 point over Cheech as we go into Choco Stupid Mountain.
All right, and we're seeing some of the mind games between these players as Lawmaster has been focused real hard on Cheech. Just to note, Vic Fowler still not mathematically eliminated. Could tie up with Lawmaster. It would require 2 firsts, them to get 2 fourths, and I mean, if Cheech also got 2 seconds, it would be a 3-way tie,
Yeah,
but I
3-way tie,
can't think
that'd
we
be
can
crazy.
even imagine that at this moment. We have seen one of those in a tournament before, though.
Double bolts coming around this first hairpin at Choco Mountain.
All right, are they going to get triggered now? Who's going to use them? Cheech slowing down a lot to make sure they don't fall.
The spinning red. Watt goes on the inside, but then gets fired.
All right, we got a game of chicken here.
Yeah.
Nobody using the bolts until everybody's already across.
Just let everybody go slow.
And now Watt in a good position with a blue shell in 1st place. And Cheech is going to have to try and make something happen here, but it's going to be difficult. They get a blue shell now. What happens if these 2 collide?
They bonk. Yeah, they bonk.
Okay.
So he's like, yeah, you just use it as a defensive item.
Oh, red shells can... Oh, I was going to say they can ride, like, weirdly around the inside of this corner, but it's, it just bonked on that wall to the side.
Yeah.
DK Bonanza out into 1st here.
Yeah,
and-
Watt just let him go past him. He didn't want to get squished. Star for Cheech. He's got to catch up and maybe try and bonk Watt.
Yeah, he needs to pick up at least 1 point.
Oh,
here
he tried
in
for it,
order-
but now he's in
I
front
think
of
he was
reds.
trying to take out those reds too. Bonks one of them. If Wallmaster finishes ahead of Cheech here, they will be your champion. DK Bonanza gonna, looks like, pick up some points.
Oh wow, this is
Oh, has to slow down. This could be the end of it unless something dramatic happens over this final turn. And
That's gonna allow
Wallmaster
Wall to clinch.
has clinched the championship.
Ooh, wow. He's still going for Mario Raceway. Yeah. 19, 28, 23, 20.
All right, Wallmaster does have 28 points here. We could have some ties for the lower points, which I guess does matter because we do have medals to give out.
Yeah.
So
We'll see. We'll let them play it out on Mario Raceway.
yeah, DK Bonanza can't get second, but Vic Valor could theoretically get there, and DK could move up into third place.
Red Shell coming around. It doesn't do much. Wallmaster just fires the reds into the wall because there's a shell limit on Mario Raceway. It just recycles. Cheech going hard around that mushroom. Leaves the deke. Wallmaster goes on the inside of it. Star out for Vic Valor. Misses Wah.
All right. We've got Cheech out in front, trying to secure at least the second place here. Vic Valor is currently behind Dr. DK Bonanza, but his golden string really well used there.
Excellent
He's up in
driving on a
second.
shroom by Vic Valor there for sure.
Yeah, I mean, these are great time trial players in addition to versus players. You need that raw driving skill, but also that item knowledge, and they all have that in spades.
Fires off one red, doesn't get the blocker. That's going to allow... Oh, he fires these greens at Cheech, just barely miss. That's going to allow Cheech to win. Wallmaster, yeah. Tie for third at 20. So 30 for Wah, 26 for Cheech, and tied for third with DK and Vic Valor. Thanks for attending, and I'll throw it over to the TO on what we do for a tie for third place.
I think that's something we probably need to discuss here, actually. I think I know, but I want to talk with my other judge about how to go from here because we have... So I'll get back to you here in just a second.
Hey, 20-point round.
Are we?
I mean, he's got more first.
I think it'd be entertaining, right?
Are you not entertained?
Too many Yoshis.
Did everyone fall off?
Okay.
What are we doing?
Oh yeah, me too.
So I'll be straight up here.
Trying
We
to
didn't really think about tiebreakers for places other than first. If you two want to do a tiebreaker match, because we have like a third and a fourth place medal, we can do that for you guys because there is a podium spot.
We just do two little idle characters right here.
Yeah, because we have a set, like we don't have two third place medals here, so
Yeah, that makes sense.
that's something. Yeah. Otherwise,
What time is it?
I got time.
it's 9:54. We got another hour before this closes. We're just going into like wide hours in 5 minutes.
What do you want to do for the tiebreaker?
Random generator for the courses, right? 1 through 16, right?
I think we can use our normal tiebreaker rules, which
Yeah.
is each veto a track. Best of 3, unless you guys want to do a best of 1, but we can do a best of 3.
Do best of 3, I think. I agree. Whatever our standard is.
We'll do our standard tiebreaker.
Okay. Still random though.
All right, folks, we're going to do our standard tiebreaker here, which is both players get to veto a track, and then we're going to do a best of 3. So it's just going to take a second to set up here.
I mean, I'm going to be done.
I'll be done with you at the beach. Yeah, there's so much trouble there today or something like that.
One of these. Yeah, you guys went up good. It was actually pretty good.
That was a moment there where I was like, maybe I can switch. And then you pull away.
All right, folks, we're going to do our standard tiebreaker. We usually reserve this for advancement or for the championship. However, we want to determine who's going to be on the podium, so we're going to do a best of 3 between DK Bonanza and Vic Valor. They have each been able to veto a track. Vic Valor vetoed Rainbow Road, and DK Bonanza. You vetoed Koopa Troopa Beach, right? Okay. So we're not super set up for this, but so this is a random number generator. This is a number from 1 to 16. If it lands on one of the tracks, these details will just roll again. So we will do 1 through 4 is Mushroom Cup, 5 through 8. So yeah. Okay, ready? Set. That is 9. That's Wario Stadium. That's Wario Stadium. And those 2 controllers will just be stationary.
Good luck.
All right, folks, we're going into this 3rd place tiebreaker. Vic Valor vetoed Rainbow Road, and DK Bonanza vetoed Koopa Troopa Beach. So they will be racing each other on Wario Stadium to start, and then after this, they will each get to veto another track, and we will randomly choose another one other than Wario Stadium or the tracks they've already vetoed. But this is the tiebreaker for bronze. And let me just update the text here to denote that. We have Dr. DK Bonanza out in front to start. We do this in 4-player mode, even though only 2 players are tied, in order to make the item probabilities closer to what it's like in 4-player versus. 2-player versus, the player in second just gets a little bit too much of an advantage from sandbagging, so that's why we do it with 4 players instead. DK Bonanza out in front here after 1 lap. Did have a nicely placed fib, and this does change the aspect of Wario Stadium quite a bit because you can't get a lightning bolt in second place, so we won't see any shots on this course.
Yeah, you get a star in reds. Reds can go over the wall, so that was a good place, a good red fired off by Vic Valor there. Smart, intelligent play. It's one of the lesser known walls you can shoot a red over.
And we see a random green shell hit Lawmaster's character. Those characters are still in play. They still physically exist there, so you can run into them and spin out right before the line. It is something you have to be aware of that you normally don't have to think about.
Yep. Another red, so DK Bonanza just kind of has to keep this red as a blocker, and so we'll see what else comes up.
All right, Vic Valor has made up quite a lot of time in this past lap. I feel like this is much closer than it was at the beginning of lap 2. Has one more lap here. I guess that is one of the benefits of it landing on a longer track, is that you can make up a little bit of time.
And here comes a green right for DK and Wario, so it's a matter of time before they get hit by this one.
Right, another some pretty good clean driving by DK Bonanza overall. We do have another red shell from here, so it does hit the fake item box.
Was that his own fake from the last lap, or was that the one that DK just put down?
I honestly have lost track. That boo might secure it. Fake fires off the red shells and
forces the boo out early. I mean, that's the only play you have there, because now it's just star into maybe a spin out or something on the traps on this jump. Triple red, that's what Vic Valor was looking for a while ago. Unfortunately, the S-turn reds are out of play right now.
Although I think this last wall has some interesting climbing opportunities. I'm not super familiar, but...
Yeah, he fired them off too early.
Yeah, do you have to wait for the other player to be around that corner?
Yeah, you have to be past the red. Like, you see the little red stuff, so... Excellent race. do it.
Well, it's a best of 3, so we will move on to our next track. Okay, so you vetoed first before that. So if your vetoes are still in play, remember to Rainbow Pros or Koopa Troop of H or Mario Stadium. You can each now veto an additional track. We're going to reverse the order, so you're going to track.
Yoshi Valley.
Yoshi Valley?
No Frap Snow.
No Frap Stolen. We will roll a die here and see what it lands on.
That's Frappy Snow.
Okay, we'll roll it again. 11.
It's Royal Raceway.
Okay, that doesn't mean anything, right?
Correct. No, that's fine.
Good luck.
We had another round of vetoes and another random roll. We had Frap Snowland vetoed and Yoshi Valley vetoed, so we're doing Royal Raceway, ending up with some of the longer tracks on this tiebreaker. I don't know which player that benefits, if either, but that's part of the aspect of the randomness.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just a time trial. You're still, or a one-try lead type of thing because there's items in play. So it's going to just come down to smart heads-up play. Ghost on ghost crime here.
DK Bonanza wins that boo. But if Vic Baylor can stay out front, then you're only able to steal a first-place item, which, won't be that beneficial. Boos kind of lose some of their power in this format.
Oh, it gets it stolen back. Yeah, there's been some talk about potentially making the 2 extra players. This is insane. Steal it right back. This is my boo.
So that same boo has been stolen 3 times already.
You can't take the banana, but either way. There's some talk about potentially having CPU bots drive the 3rd and 4th player just so they can lay items and stuff and make it a little more interesting.
Yeah.
Not sure if that ever will come to fruition, but definitely something to think about in the future.
Yeah, tiebreakers are just an interesting topic in sports in general. If everybody's got good ideas, this is so far what we've settled on as the best option, but we are always looking for improvements and tinkering. Is Vic gonna tumble here? Gets the
bounce, but skips the items, though.
items.
We got 2 speed items for Dr. DK Bonanza. See if he cuts or if he just cycles for 2nd place items. No, he's just gonna hold on to the shrooms.
Okay, I don't know if that's a sign of confidence. We've got this green shell here going for a straight stretch mini turbo.
Yeah, he lined that one up for sure.
That was a great back snipe from Vic.
I was on the receiving end of some of those in my round, so. Now he's got the blocker of the banana for DK Bonanza.
Banana.
There it is. Ooh, he clips the bomb as well, so and able to use the blocker and pulls out another green shell as a blocker.
All right, pretty solid lead here. Got a green shell.
Yeah, 3 going in.
Try to make it a little
fires
chaotic,
it backwards.
This last item set, I think DK Bonanza really wants some shrooms here, maybe. That red shell's not going to do much against these bananas.
Yeah, he doesn't
one
even.
Item set left.
Yeah, he didn't even need to drop it or whatever. He's happy to take the one. Hits Y, adding insult to injury. And that ties things up here. Vic Ballard takes Royal Raceway. We're on to the tiebreaker.
All right, we're going to select the last track and be right back here.
Tiebreaker of the tiebreaker.
All right. Additional details. Reverse order again.
Luigi Circuit.
No Bowser's.
All right.
Choco Mountain.
Well, in this, that's Snow on 6, right? 8? Mario Raceway?
Mario Raceway.
Oh, you got end off?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
One of you guys have to.
You guys have to swap.
Are you yes? Are you no?
All right, folks. Believe it or not, we're going back to Mario Raceway. We are going to end it with one of the shortest races in the match. We are a minute and a half away from determining bronze in this match and from ending Wisco Meet overall. We hope you've all enjoyed it, and we are going to be tuned in to see who our 3rd podium finisher is.
This is the tiebreaker of the tiebreaker. the tiebreaker to end all tiebreakers. Triple greens ends up hitting Vic Fowler. He's going to line up and make sure he gets an item.
Yes, and what
Pulls a red. Shell limit comes into play automatically on this course. This red gets eaten by the other DK.
we mentioned this on
Wrong DK.
Wario Stadium how those characters that are stationary can have an impact on a race, and it's on the players to deal with that issue.
Yeah, he fires all 3 reds.
This might make it through the tunnel, actually.
If they don't pull up something, yeah.
Oh, a second place
big
star.
second place
This
star.
is huge. We've got
Especially-
more bananas. Vic out in
Plays
front.
safe.
Misses the items, but there's a lot of traffic here, and DK is going to hit some bananas. These triple mushrooms aren't going to be as good as a start. Can Vic Fowler finish out this? Dodges the last deke. Only triple greens from DK Bonanza. He has
Yeah,
apparently
DK concedes.
Understandable, and Vic Fowler
Fowler
is going to be
takes
back
third, yeah.
on the podium.
Nice job, Carters. Excellent round by all.
All right, folks, stick around here for a minute. We are going to have the award ceremony for our 4 finalists. It was a great match by all of them. I hope you've really enjoyed our weekend, but we're about to hand out some medals and trophies here, so stick around. Sorry, what's that? Yeah, let's go ahead. Can we get the lights up?
Alright, guys. DK. Group back. Come on, guys.
Can we move these chairs back and we can do the presentation of awards?
We'll get to work for playing hook that might save us snagging them over.
Yeah.
At least you came back and made it. Yes.
You gotta give a speech.
Yes.
And then change OBS to just show that.
Mic check.
You're gonna hang it anyway.
Can you, Chief, can you grab this?
Yes.
Excellent meet, guys.
We're just setting this up so that everybody can watch the award ceremony with us.
Putting stuff on behind the scenes.
Oh wait, we already did this one.
Yeah, we want that to be pointed over.
White.
Like right.
Just one by one.
Go us. Go us. Yay. Everybody. Here.
Pretty good.
What should I be doing? Should I just head back to the room?
Oh, you should watch
All right, everyone. Thank you all so much for coming out here to Wisco Meet. I have long said that 4-player versus is one of the most exciting events. I've grown up with Mario Kart 64. I know all of you love it as well, and I'm glad that we got to share this event together and celebrate some of our top players. Can we just give it up for everybody who participated this weekend and made this event so great? Okay. Now, I want to celebrate all of our players who made it to the finals. It was a really tight battle and a tough tiebreaker. Unfortunately, somebody always has to get fourth in a finals, but fourth out of the 23 players, many of whom are very dedicated to this game, is nothing to sneeze at. So give it up for Dr. DK Bonanza. All right. Next up, we have a player who went through a very tough series of matches today. We had Vic Valor, who in his quarterfinals had a tight battle with both me and Jimbo, managed to get through in second, went into a very difficult semifinals where they were battling until the very end with Mr. Ponytail. Ends up yet again in a tiebreaker with Dr. DK Bonanza, wins that as well. A great player under some tremendous pressure today, and we love to see Vic Valor back on the podium in third place. All right. Next up, crowning our second place finisher, a player who is extremely consistent, has made it to the podium, made it to the top two in every tournament I believe he's entered in person. It is unfortunately the curse of second, but I mean, it's very few players ever make it that high, and to do it this consistently just shows how strong of a player they are. Everyone, please give it up for Cheech. And then for our final award, crowning our winner tonight, we have two very special things. We have both the winner medal for first place at Wisco Meet 2026, as well as a special plaque, and a third special surprise here, which is going to be, let's actually, can you bring that over here? And we have a Kart 64 license plate that has been generously provided by Jimbo, and they will get to hold on to this for the full year and bring it back next year, I think is the plan, as sort of a traveling trophy. So one of the strongest players, multiple victories this year, including Wisco Meet and Summer Kart, made the finals at PA Meet again. Just an incredibly strong, consistent player, number one in the prelims, incredible 40-plus point rounds as well in knockout matches. One of the best Mario Kart players, if not the best that I know of in Versus. It is Wallmaster. All right. I would like to get all four of our finalists up here so that we can get finalist photos with their hardware, and then I'm going to, if Wal would like, have him give a speech afterwards.
That's the next thing. You guys cardboard boxes.
Three chairs.
Let's do a human pyramid.
Everyone getting.
Oh, gosh. Take my controller.
Oh, I see. Why not?
All right. We have Denny setting up some photos here. I'm sure these will get posted on the Discord for anybody who's interested in.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, so I did.
2 goes here.
So, well, 2's always been over here.
We'll just go to the right.
So, what?
1 in the center. 2 over here. 2, 3.
Yeah.
So just over here.
So,
here. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there we go. We're good.
getting the players set up here.
Couple more. Oh my god.
He's killing one.
Nice. Wisco! 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 Wisco!
All right. And
Viva la Kart Meet! Sunday night.
let's, would you like to say any words?
Yeah, I can say a few words.
Okay, just be careful with this. It's a little...
Just want to thank everyone for coming to Wisco Meet, even including the Mario Kart World people that don't know. This means a lot to us.
Woo!
And for the Kart 64 community, very grateful for all you being here as well and supporting, this tournament. It's just, it's a lot. I've been doing this for the last couple years, and it's it's the struggle to keep on playing this game when you just keep on getting destroyed, but you keep fighting through the pain in the game. So that's. I just want to thank my brother also for being here as well.
Mario Kart brothers.
And go, wow!
We love you, Josh.
All right, folks. I think it is time that we bring this stream, that we run it back. Round 2.
We only had time to do another Mario Kart 64.
So I think it's time that we bring this event to a close here. I want to thank everybody who attended. We had a great 3 days of Mario Kart 64, Mario Kart World, and Mario Kart Double Dash. We had a lot of great people and great players here. I want to thank all of our viewers as well. Special shout out to the organizers of this event. I know that I'm probably forgetting some people, but Danny Fathom organized the Mario Kart Double Dash tournament and the Mario Kart World. We had our organizers for this event. We had Super Denny and Glass and Mr. Ponytail as mods. Wah also did a tremendous amount of work in making sure that this event could happen. And I feel like I'm forgetting someone, but so many people helped out. Vic Valor, yes, another mod, and also tons of stream work. So many people were wearing double hats, like Uno doing commentary right before going into a semifinals, making sure that we could get the tech support. Everybody puts in a ton of work and puts on the health of the event before their own personal success, and that's the reason these types of events can happen. So. Oh, also thanks to the Holiday Inn staff here at Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Green Bay Stadium, yeah.
Green Bay Stadium. It was a great venue. They were very accommodating, very helpful with little things that popped up throughout the weekend. And yeah, we're just so happy for everyone who helped out here. And we're really grateful for the viewers. We know a lot of people want to come to these events but cannot, or just enjoy watching and the competition. And we're happy to have all of you as part of this community. So I think with that, I think it is unfortunately time to say goodbye to Wisco Meet 2026. And I think I forgot, did I mention Glass before?
Yes, you did.
Okay, good.
Aaron Glass.
All right. Goodbye, everyone. And we hope to see you again in 2027. Bye-bye.
Hello.